Now, here's Dan Ball.
Good evening, Red Sox fans, and welcome to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. From our WEEI Red Sox studios here in Boston, I am Dan Ball. Thanks so much for joining us here this evening. It is Saturday, September the 6th, and the Red Sox prepare to play Game 143 of the 2025 season. It's Game 2 of a 6-game road trip and Game 2 of a 3-game series against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Boston enters play today with a record of 78-64. They have lost 2 in a row, but are still 14 games over 500. A remarkable number if you told yourself that at the beginning of the season. They entered play today in 3rd place in the AL East, a half game behind the Yankees and 4.5 games back of the Toronto Blue Jays, who, after a brief slide, have now won 3 in a row. The Sox are still in a comfortable spot in the AL wildcard race entering play today. They sit in 2nd, 4.5 games clear of the Seattle Mariners. Then you have 4 teams within 2.5 games of the final spot. That's Texas, Kansas City, Tampa Bay, and Cleveland, all within striking distance. So that's going to be a fun race to watch, and for the time being, the Red Sox do not have to concern themselves with those teams in those spots. They take on an Arizona Diamondbacks team that enters play with a record of 71-71. They're in 4th place in a highly competitive NL West entering play today, 7.5 games behind the Dodgers. They're on the outside looking in the NL wildcard picture as well, 5.5 games behind the Padres and the Mets, who are tied and occupying the 2nd and 3rd spots in the wild card entering play today. Later on in the program, we'll chat with Lenny Dinardo, plus Will Fleming sits down with the manager of the Boston Red Sox, Alex Cora. We'll bring you the starting lineups and the pitching matchup, the out-of-town scoreboard, and so much more. But first, let's look back on last night's game and the much-anticipated return to the Major League mound for Payton Toi. To backtrack a bit, Toi's MLB debut was a week prior, a Fenway Friday in the City Connect greens, with Paul Skeens warming up in the bullpen adjacent to his. That's about as big of a regular season stage as he could have. And Toi turned heads in his debut, 5 1/3, 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts. Those of us who are glued to Twitter during the week learned about an advanced metric called Stuff Plus. It quantifies the raw physical effectiveness of a pitcher's arsenal, evaluating a pitch's velocity, spin, movement, and release point. Toi left his start with the best Stuff Plus rating in all of baseball, 1 spot ahead of Tarek Skubal. So that was the kind of performance, and that was the high that young phenom pitcher. Unfortunately, Toi's stuff was not a plus on this night. Geraldo Perdomo Will Fleming told you everything, and unfortunately, that was the play of last night's game, brought to you by Nissan. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan postgame show. Don't let summer slip away. Hurry into the Nissan. Losing the opener of this 6-game road trip. That brings us to tonight, and tonight's pitching matchup is brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. For the Red Sox, they send right-hander Lucas Giolito to the bump. 22 games this season, all starts, a 10-2 record, a 3.38 ERA, 125 1/3 innings of work, and 105 Ks. If the season ended today, his season ERA would be a career best in a year in which he pitched in at least 10 games. Now, you wonder, the Red Sox are a much better home team? Is Giolito much better at Fenway? The answer would be no. This season, a 5-1 record on the road, a 3.23 ERA in road games as well. Now, he walked the tightrope a little bit in his last start against the Pirates. He walked 5 batters. It's also the second game in the month of August in which he walked at least 5 batters. But he surrendered just 1 run over 6 innings in the game. His ERA in August was 2.39. That is certainly getting the job done for the Red Sox. They take on right-hander Brandon Pfaadt, which would be a great candidate for an MLB spelling bee. P-F-A-A-D-T is how you spell the last name of the 26-year-old. 28 games, all starts, a 12-8 record, 5.33 ERA, 122 strikeouts, and 147 innings. He was 5-1 with a 2.78 ERA in his first 6 starts and won all 5 starts he made in the month of April. It looked like he and the Diamondbacks, who were supposed to kind of be a pitching first team, were off and running. But since then, 8.10 ERA in May, 6.26 in June, 4.35 in July, and 6.16 in the month of August. It just did not click for Brandon Pfaadt as the season went along. The D-backs pitchers were supposed to be a strength, but he, Eduardo Rodriguez, and Zach Gallen have all had years that have left a little bit to be desired. Last time out for Brandon Pfaadt against the Dodgers on August 31st, 4 1/3 innings, 8 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. Pfaadt will be throwing tonight's first pitch at 8:10. First pitch is brought to you by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. If you've been hurt in a car or work accident, you got to get Glassman. Call all sevens at 617-777-7777. Time now for the Baseball Isn't Boring 2-Minute Grill with Rob Bradford. Presented by McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil, including BioHeat, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. Here is my man Bradfo sitting down with former Red Sox lefty Eduardo Rodriguez.
There's absolutely no human being I'd rather be talking to more than Eduardo Rodriguez right now. Great talking with you. Does it seem like a long time ago that when you're pitching against the Boston Red Sox, is it just another team, or does it seem different?
I mean, it used to be like a pitching against the Boston Red Sox. You know, the first 2 starts, like it was kind of like the feeling that like a pitching against my old team, my old teammates. But now there is like a lot of new guys. So it's not like guys that I played with. That are just Duran is the only guy left over there. You know what I mean? But like now it's just like a facing another team. You know, like I've been enough in baseball that I understand that part, and like especially after I faced in at home and in a way now, it's just for me, it's just another team that I faced.
So the guy you pitched against in the first game, Payton Toi, you actually were younger than him, I think, when you first came up.
I was 22. I was 22.
Right, yeah. And so this is, I'm going to ask, this is a cliche question, but how long ago does that feel? Because, I mean, I didn't remember you being that young.
I mean, that was 10 years ago exactly now, because I feel like I got 10 years this year.
Yeah. Congratulations,
by the way.
Thank you.
It feels like it was a long time ago. You say like time passed by really, really fast. You know, like I was over there. They were pitching in Texas. I remember my debut in Texas, and everybody was there. I was so excited that day. So like it's something that I'm never gonna forget. So.
Well, it came up in the notes because, like you said, like oh yeah, Eduardo Rodriguez. There you go. Another thing I have to ask, which I made, you had so many iconic moments. Do you still have the glove that you threw the mound in the World Series?
The funny part of that is I got forgot the name of the guy that hit me, Homer, the Cuban guy.
Oh, Chapman?
No, Chapman is a pitcher for you.
No, yeah. Oh, who hit it?
Who hit the homer?
Oh.
You don't forget it.
Yeah. Anyway, he hit the home run.
You know who we're talking about. I always forgot some names, but like, so I got him signed it when I get to that year. Like he's
Puig.
Puig, yeah. He lived in Miami, and I got him signed it for me, just to like have it in my house. I still have it.
The glove you got, really?
I still have it.
Good for you. That's a good one.
I mean, that's part of the World Series. You know, everything I used that year, everything that we used over there, I still have it in my house.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And the last thing is just how much better, like you've evolved as a pitcher, and the guy that you are now, how much more confident are you that even back in 2018 when you were pitching for the Red Sox?
I mean, 18 was a great year. I mean, that was the year that I got my ankle hurt. The funny part is Gurriel is here with me, so we always joking about that when he dived in first and I break my ankle. But like, I mean, compared to what I was back, for what I was mentally, how young I was back there, even that I had like 4 years in the baby by the World Series, compared to now, it's just like everything is just going to learn, you know, like everything. Like now I know like how I pitch, why I make a mistake, like where the feeling is, all that. Back then was just throwing the pitch with me, between me and Christian Vasquez, just pitching out there, learning. You know what I mean? Like I learned a lot from Barry, Pedro, all the guys that I got back then. Now I put in work. You know, everything that I learned back then. So
10 years, man. That's a big deal. Congratulations. Appreciate it.
Thank you, brother. From now, just loving the baseball. That's all I do.
Love the bait, because you know what?
Yep.
And you can get a tattoo if you want. Baseball's a boring tattoo.
Yeah.
If you want.
I waited for I retire to get a tattoo. When I retire, I'm probably gonna get a baseball tattoo for sure.
Yeah. All right. We'll keep you word to it. Thank you.
Rob Bradford is trying to line up a small army of Major League Baseball players and coaches that have a baseball isn't boring tattoo, and honestly, I respect his effort for that. Time for today's starting lineups, brought to you by Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. For the Red Sox, an oddity at the top of the lineup. For the first time in his professional career, that's both in Major League Baseball and his career overseas, Masataka Yoshida is your leadoff hitter at DH today. He's followed by Alex Bregman at third, Jarren Duran in left, Trevor Story is at short in the cleanup spot with Nathaniel Lowe. He is at first base hitting fifth. Roman Gonzalez at second base hitting sixth with Carlos Narvaez, your catcher, hitting seventh. Cedar Rafaela back in center field hitting eighth. And Nate Eaton is in right field tonight, and he is batting ninth in front of Lucas Giolito. For the homestanding Arizona Diamondbacks, they lead off with Geraldo Perdomo. One of the most unsung stars in baseball this season is Perdomo. The Red Sox learned that the hard way last night. He is at short, leading off with Ketel Marte at second base hitting second. Corbin Carroll in right field hitting third with Blaze Alexander at third base in the cleanup spot. Adrian Del Castillo is your DH hitting fifth with James McCann catching and hitting sixth. Alec Thomas is in center field hitting seventh with Tyler Locklear at first base hitting eighth. And Jake McCarthy is in left field, and he bats ninth in front of pitcher Brandon Pfaadt. Don't forget, you can watch the Red Sox pregame show on Twitch. Just follow WEEI, brought to you by Subaru of New England. The Subaru of New England all-wheel drive-away event is going on now. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. In about 15 minutes, Will Fleming sits down with Alex Cora, brought to you by your New England Ford dealers and the New England Edition F-150, the official truck of the Boston Red Sox. But coming up next, we'll go live to the booth at Chase Field and talk with Lenny Dinardo. I'm Dan Ball. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
Get your 2026 season memberships to see the New England Revolution and claim your seats in the heart of the action for all 17 games. Season members receive amazing benefits, including a player-signed Revolution scarf when you place a deposit today. For more details, head to RevolutionSoccer.net. A simple deposit is all it takes. Start enjoying some of your 2026 season member benefits now. That's RevolutionSoccer.net/tickets.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
Getting on the network America relies on is easy when you come into your local Verizon store. Come check out their latest deals on phones, accessories, and so much more. From shopping to support and everything in between, it's your one-stop shop to get it all. And when you switch to Verizon, you choose what goes into your unlimited plan and save on what you need. There's never been a better time to switch to the network America relies on. Visit your local Verizon store to speak with a rep and save big today.
So, I made the new Eggo protein waffles the other day for my kids, and they couldn't believe how good they tasted, or that they were packed with protein. They have the same great Eggo taste we all know and love, plus 20% of your daily protein. They seriously taste amazing. Whether it's part of your breakfast before school or a quick bite before practice, new Eggo protein waffles and pancakes are an easy way to keep everyone happy. Head to your local grocery store to fuel your morning with Eggo protein waffles and pancakes, available at retailers nationwide.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. I'm Dan Ball. Thanks for joining us tonight. Red Sox and the Diamondbacks playing Game 2 of their series. And with that being said, we send it live to the booth at Chase Field. We saw a fan-favorite Red Sox lefty last night in Payton Toi. And we're talking to a fan-favorite Red Sox lefty and Lenny Dinardo. Lenny, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's great to catch up with you. I'm sure you guys are seeing some wonderful weather down there in Arizona right now. But want to talk to you about Payton Toi. He made his much-anticipated second MLB appearance last night. Did anything look different to you start one to start two for Payton Toi?
Yeah, everything looked different.
Fair enough.
I mean, yeah, the fastball the velocity started to dip relatively soon down to 94. It wasn't that 98, 99 we saw early in his first start. And the command just wasn't quite there. You know, it was there in spurts with the fastball, but the secondary stuff, the changeup, the cutter, just very inconsistent. And when you've got big league clubs, especially a club like this Diamondbacks offense, if they're waiting on a fastball, they know it's coming and they see it down the middle, they're going to do damage. So it just comes down to being able to keep them off balance with those secondary pitches. It makes his fastball play better in and outside the zone. Just wasn't getting ahead. He was 2-0 the whole evening. And, you know, I heard his post-game presser afterwards, and it's all about learning and taking it from there and you know, taking something from every start, whether it's good or bad. So, you know, he's a young pitcher. He's 22, and he's going to take lumps. We saw this from Brian Bayo early in his career, too. We talk about the stuff a lot, and he struggled early, and it might take a season or two to develop those secondary pitches, because that's what the scouting report said of totally coming out of the minor leagues, that the secondary pitches just weren't quite up to big league level, but the fastball played. So, but you got to be able to command it to be effective.
That's very true, and the secondary stuff is going to be really interesting to watch. To see the percentage of usage of the fastball and the cutter kind of jumps out from that first start. So you wondered if teams would kind of get the book on that. But is it fair to say that from a mental makeup perspective, Payton Toi might have it for what you're looking for an elite starting pitcher?
Absolutely. You know, he's asking questions, you know, and when you're a rookie especially, you learn relatively soon that you got to keep your eyes and your ears open, and there's all kinds of information coming at you from not only your coaches, but also your teammates. He's got a great template, so to speak, in Garrett Crochet, because he's another big lefty with a similar repertoire. So cutter, elite fastball. If he follows him around and just talks pitching with him, I feel like it's going to work numbers for him.
As we continue to talk about the Red Sox and the Arizona Diamondbacks, joined by Lenny Dinardo, focusing on tonight's game, something that jumped out as soon as I saw the lineup card. You didn't need to go too far to see Masataka Yoshida up at the top as the Red Sox continue to find solutions in that leadoff spot without Roman Anthony. Can you explain this one for me? Do you see this potentially being a fit for the player?
Yeah, I mean, it does jump off the page, though. But Alex Cora, he likes to ride the hot hand, and he obviously sees something with Masa. You know, he had a season high in hits Tuesday versus Cleveland. You know, when there's no outs, he's batting .325 with a .992 OPS, and we're going to get at least one at bat where there's no outs, right?
All right,
so,
true.
So we'll see what happens. You know, he's been hitting the ball hard. I like when the last homestand, there was two balls he crushed to the opposite field. One was caught, but the other one was driven past the left fielder. And when you see a lefty like Masa get the ball in the air and drive it that hard the other way, it tells me that he's starting to get hot. He's seeing the ball, and he's got that swing where it's going to start to drive the baseball.
Did you ever play with anybody who runs like he does?
You mean perfect running form?
Yes.
Michael Johnson comes to mind, the Olympic sprinter. That's the only thing the closest I've ever seen to that running form.
Wow, that is quite the compliment. As we continue to talk about tonight's game, Lucas Giolito back on the bump for the Red Sox. Lenny, what a revelation he has been, joining Crochet and Bayo at the top of the rotation. Anything that jumps out that worries you about him down the stretch, or has he still looked strong to you as the season has gone along?
This is Giolito?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's been great. Yeah, anytime he takes them out, he gives the Red Sox a chance to win. The only thing that really jumps out is that walk rate. You know, he's a guy that will go out there and he'll walk one, or he might walk 5 or 6. And I think that's part mental, part mechanics. Oftentimes your release point starts to fail because of things that are happening early in your motion, as far as separating your hands and timing and whatnot. And, you know, it's for him, he needs to find that rhythm. He's not a guy that's going to blow you away with the fastball, but he can dominate the top of the zone when he locates up there, and it makes the changeup down below the zone that much better. But he's got to get strike one and strike two to be effective. He's another one of these guys, and this speaks for most pitchers at the big league level, that if you're 2-0 consistently, teams like this will take advantage. They're going to start to drive the ball. So for him, he needs to be consistently strike one and strike two. And circle those first 3 guys in the lineup. The first 3 in this lineup have 72 combined home runs. The following 6 have 26 home runs.
Wow.
So listen, don't let those first three guys beat you. I'm not saying walk them, but just bear down and try to get the ball on the ground. Don't pitch the strikeouts, but try to get the bottom of the zone with that changeup and get them out front with their swings.
This is about to be a heck of a first inning with Yoshida's average with no outs and with the top three in the lineup for Arizona. You got to stay tuned right at 8:10 because you might miss something big. Lenny, thank you as always for the time. Much appreciated. Have a great call this evening, and we'll talk to you down the line.
All right, thanks very much.
That is Lenny Dinardo joining us here on the Mass Mutual pregame show. Coming up next, Will Fleming sits down with Alex Cora, presented by your New England Ford dealers. I'm Dan Ball. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
Get your 2026 season memberships to see the New England Revolution and claim your seats in the heart of the action for all 17 games. Season members receive amazing benefits, including a player-signed Revolution scarf when you place a deposit today. For more details, head to revolutionsoccer.net. A simple deposit is all it takes. Start enjoying some of your 2026 season member benefits now. That's revolutionsoccer.net/tickets.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
Getting on the network America relies on is easy when you come into your local Verizon store. Come check out their latest deals on phones, accessories, and so much more. From shopping to support and everything in between, it's your one-stop shop to get it all. And when you switch to Verizon, you choose what goes into your unlimited plan and save on what you need. There's never been a better time to switch to the network America relies on. Visit your local Verizon store to speak with a rep and save big today.
So, I made the new Eggo protein waffles the other day for my kids, and they couldn't believe how good they tasted, or that they were packed with protein. They have the same great Eggo taste we all know and love, plus 20% of your daily protein. They seriously taste amazing. Whether it's part of your breakfast before school or a quick bite before practice, new Eggo protein waffles and pancakes are an easy way to keep everyone happy. Head to your local grocery store to fuel your morning with Eggo protein waffles and pancakes, available at retailers nationwide.
With comprehensive reports on local schools you won't find anywhere else, Homes.com is the only place to find the in-depth info home shoppers want. Very in-depth info. Curious about where a school ranks in the state? Look no further. Percentage of teachers in their first or second year? We've got it. Lowest student-teacher ratio? No problem. The best cafeteria lunch in the district for your 9-year-old food blogger? Would it surprise you if we said yes? Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Progressive knows you've got enough to worry about in life.
Hi, it's your life again. Feel like another year is just slipping away? Yeah, remember all those New Year's resolutions you made? You still haven't finished the first book. Just 19 more to go. I mean, if we're being honest, it wasn't a very realistic goal. Have you ever considered that you intentionally self-sabotage? So what's that about?
So let Progressive protect your home and auto, because you've got enough to worry about. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Summer's all about fun in the sun. So before you hit the roads to your favorite destination, get your vehicle checked and prepped right at home with complimentary Ford mobile service. Ford expert technicians can perform a lot of the same services right in your driveway that they do in the dealership. Like an oil change with the works package, brakes, batteries, tire rotation, and more. So whether you're grilling in the backyard or soaking up some rays, keep enjoying your summer with Ford mobile service. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit FordService.com for important details and limitations.
I'm Scott Hansen, host of NFL Red Zone. Lowe's knows Sundays are for football. That's why we're here to help you get your next DIY project done, even when the clock isn't on your side. Whether that's a new Filtrete filter or Bosch and Cobalt power tools, Lowe's has everything you need to feel like the MVP of DIY. So get it done and earn your Sunday. Shop now, in-store and online. Lowe's, official partner of the NFL.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar, the better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
This is a 15-second test message. It's Saturday evening. Your closest location is Washington, D.C. You are using a desktop device. You have heard this message 6 or more times. End of message.
This is Alex Cora. You are listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. I'm Dan Ball. Thanks for joining us tonight. Red Sox and the Diamondbacks play game 2 of their series. Lucas Giolito, Brandon Pfaadt is your pitching matchup tonight. Before every game, we interview Red Sox manager Alex Cora. And Alex Cora on WEEI is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers and the New England Edition F-150, the official truck of the Boston Red Sox. Alongside the manager of the Red Sox, here's our own Will Fleming.
Game 2 in Arizona with the manager Alex Cora. And you've not had many like last night, and that's a sign of a great season, Alex. Totally just the secondary stuff did not appear to be there from the jump, and the Diamondbacks took advantage. Is last night as simple as that?
I believe so. I think they did an outstanding job from the second at bat. Perdomo, I think it was a 10-pitch at bat, right? Fouled in a fastball 3-2, and got one down in his zone and put a good swing on it. We had our chances, man at third, tie game, didn't fill in. We didn't cash in, and then they hit the ball out of the ballpark. We did a good job late in the game, but then we weren't able to hold it in the eighth inning.
We talked about how he was ready for the big stage his first time, and I thought it was just as impressive what he said last night. That, look, I'm going to fail, everybody fails, and I'm going to learn from it. Did that teach you something about him too?
Yeah, I think we cannot make it a bigger deal than what it is. It's one outing. It was going to happen. I hate to say it, but I'm glad that it happened early. Okay, learn from it, and now he understands that there's more than just a fastball, right? And teams are going to make adjustments. They're going to watch the video. They're going to game plan against him, and he needs to be prepared. He was prepared, but now he's like, oh shoot, this can happen. So. Just be ready for whatever's next for him, and, he'll be okay.
This deep into the season, we kind of sense the rhythms of your offense, and I know you're so in tune with what happens when they get going as a group, and so much of it, Alex, is just not swinging at the wrong pitches, and especially with a guy like Eduardo last night, it seemed like, later in the game, that sort of thing locked in. How does that happen as a group? You're in this dugout watching them communicate and adapt during a game. What goes into them sort of as a whole group doing that?
I think, the last month we've been really good after the 6th inning. Before we've been okay. I actually thought we did an outstanding job with him the first 3 innings. And all of a sudden, it was a 1-pitch at bat, a 2-pitch at bat, and a 1-pitch at bat. You get him back in the game, and then he has a lead. And good pitchers are going to go 6 innings, especially when they're smelling a W, right? And at this point of the season, getting to that bullpen or any bullpen is a must. Guys are feeling it. We're feeling it. So just do a better job with the starters. It doesn't mean score 10. It means, okay, cool. When we don't score, where we at pitch count wise? And I thought we were doing a really good job until we didn't. So we have to be locked in. I think it's 20 more games, right? If we get locked in for 20 days, good things are going to happen. And but one thing for sure, like I told you the last few weeks, let's not get ahead. Today's a big day for us, and come here, win a game, and have a shot to win this series tomorrow.
And, of course, Roman is such a big part of that. He almost always set the tone in that way, seeing a lot of pitches. You scramble the lineup a little bit today. Massa is going to lead off, just trying to find a spark. What goes into that decision?
Yeah, we went from the Italian to the Japanese lead up here, so I don't know, keeping it like that way, right? No, all kidding aside, we've been talking about Massa's swing, and he's been working hard the last 10 days, changed the routine with Pete and the group, and Pete feels like he's very close to get going. Can we go with Jaron? I know we can do that. I want to give it a shot, see how it looks. Jaron has done an amazing job with men in scoring position, having the run producers together, Jaron, Trevor, and Nate. I think is important for us. So hopefully between Mas and Alex, they can set the table and we can take off offensively.
You know, Romy's been so hot. The big outfield here, you want Eaton out there. But, I mean, David Hamilton for a week there was really starting to swing the bat. Is it hard for you to not write his name in every day?
It's hard, but, you know, like you said, Romy's doing an outstanding job. We got the outfield situation here, and we got to go this right. We got to play defense. But, you know, he's still a big part of what we're trying to accomplish. It just happens that, you know, here in Arizona, I feel better with these three guys playing the outfield than having a different trio over there.
I think we can all say and agree that late in this season and into the playoffs, you will need Justin Slayton to get big outs and to be a real high-leverage reliever. What has been your opinion of him since he's been back here trying to rediscover himself after an injury?
I think yesterday the homer was a homer, right? But before that, it was 2 bloop singles, right? So keep finding the strike zone. Hopefully the velo gets up there. We have to see where we at, you know, and I'm not getting ahead of myself. And like still got weeks to play here in big games, you know, and I think we need him to step up. You know, you got Weiss, we got Whitlock. You know, Zach did an amazing job the other day. Hopefully that continues, but we need the righties to step up. It's very important.
Davey Johnson, we lose him today. I was around him a lot. He was with the Nationals organization. You crossed paths with him, of course, there. I mean, he really was, Alex, at the leading edge of a lot of this analytics stuff. He had papers in his back pocket as a manager, playing matchups, doing all kinds of stuff. But beyond that, just a wonderful gentleman of the game, player, coach, manager. And I know you were very close with him, and you had to be very sad to hear the news today.
Yeah, he was my second big league manager, or my first big league manager, however you want to see it. You know, Hoffman was the interim manager when I got called up. Then it was Davey, and he gave me a chance to play every day in the big leagues. And then he was my last one, and basically he retired me of the game. And one thing I really respect about Davey, I really like, you know, he was very honest, a very honest person. Probably for some people too honest, right? The other thing I really like about him, like he didn't expect us to be Davey Johnson, the player, right? Yeah. He wanted Alex Cora to be Alex Cora, Kevin Elster. And that was good, man. And you know, just a great man, always a good conversation, wanted the best for the organization, and we will miss him.
It's such an important part of your job, isn't it? To remember that all these guys are such individuals. And I love what you just said a minute ago. This is a game of failure. And I think the more eyeballs, the more social media, the more television, all this stuff, mistakes get magnified. They're just kids. They're just human beings after all. And I hear from you that maybe you learned a little bit of that from Davey.
Yeah, we'll make errors, and that's part of it. And, you know, I think that's what you got to do as a manager, understand that. You know, there's stuff that happens that you're like, oh, gosh, that really happened. But then at the end, it's like, you know what? He was trying his best. Did he prepare today? He prepared. Yeah. He's giving you the best effort. He's doing that. He just missed a play.
How about Willier? I mean, this offense looks like it could really use him. It seems like that calf is dragging out here. What's the latest on him?
Yeah, he ran yesterday. He ran today. Not 100%, of course, but it's a step in the right direction. So let's see how he reacts tomorrow, and hopefully next week we can get it going.
And you made some decisions. Dustin May's going to start on Tuesday, and then you're going to talk it out and figure out what's next with Toi. What goes into saying, all right, Dustin, it's time to get back into the rotation?
Yeah, we talk about it. The bullpen thing was only one time through the rotation. We needed to do that, and now he'll start on Tuesday. You know, people talk about bullpen games and all that. We got to take care of those guys in the bullpen, you know. And the last 10 days, usage has been up there, and we still got a lot of games to play. So having kind of like a set rotation is something that we're shooting for, and hopefully we can accomplish that.
Last one because of that. It's important, isn't it? The Giolito gives you length. I know he was a little bit off in his last start, just mechanically, but it seems very important that he gives you length today.
Yeah, and he's been able to do that throughout the season, even in the bad ones, right? So hopefully today is a good one. Give us 6 or 7, go to the big boys, and win the game.
We appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Will.
A very wide-ranging conversation between Will Fleming and Alex Cora. Very insightful on the passing of Davey Johnson. Wonder if he ever dealt with a season in which he submitted 117 unique batting orders, which is what the Red Sox have had, and they'll go with number 118 tonight. And the insight on the variety of the leadoff hitters for the Boston Red Sox was laugh out loud funny. You can watch the Red Sox pregame show on Twitch. Just follow WEEI. Brought to you by Subaru of New England. The Subaru of New England all-wheel drive-away event is going on now. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Plenty more still to come ahead of Red Sox baseball this evening. We'll bring you the out-of-town scoreboard, the question of the day, and, of course, the lock of the game. That is all coming up next. I'm Dan Ball. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
Get your 2026 season memberships to see the New England Revolution and claim your seats in the heart of the action for all 17 games. Season members receive amazing benefits, including a player-signed Revolution scarf when you place a deposit today. For more details, head to RevolutionSoccer.net. A simple deposit is all it takes. Start enjoying some of your 2026 season member benefits now. That's RevolutionSoccer.net/tickets.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
Getting on the network America relies on is easy when you come into your local Verizon store. Come check out their latest deals on phones, accessories, and so much more. From shopping to support and everything in between, it's your one-stop shop to get it all. And when you switch to Verizon, you choose what goes into your unlimited plan and save on what you need. There's never been a better time to switch to the network America relies on. Visit your local Verizon store to speak with a rep and save big today.
So, I made the new Eggo protein waffles the other day for my kids, and they couldn't believe how good they tasted, or that they were packed with protein. They have the same great Eggo taste we all know and love, plus 20% of your daily protein. They seriously taste amazing. Whether it's part of your breakfast before school or a quick bite before practice, new Eggo protein waffles and pancakes are an easy way to keep everyone happy. Head to your local grocery store to fuel your morning with Eggo protein waffles and pancakes, available at retailers nationwide.
Progressive knows you've got enough to worry about in life.
Hi, it's your life again. Feel like another year is just slipping away? Yeah, remember all those New Year's resolutions you made? You still haven't finished the first book. Just 19 more to go. I mean, if we're being honest, it wasn't a very realistic goal. Have you ever considered that you intentionally self-sabotage? So what's that about?
So let Progressive protect your home and auto, because you've got enough to worry about. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar. The better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
You can't count on much these days.
No way, Jim! This is incredible!
But you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
Here we go! This time for real!
Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday, all the way through the AFC Championship game.
And he's in for a touchdown!
Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today and count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
Ask your smart speaker to play 93.7 WEEI. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. I'm Dan Ball. Thanks for joining us tonight. It's the Red Sox and the Diamondbacks. Game 2 of the Red Sox 6-game road trip. Game 2 of their series tonight. It is time for a Subaru of New England scoreboard update. The Subaru of New England all-wheel drive-away event is going on now. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. The Red Sox are one of 3 games in the late slate tonight in Major League Baseball. Other than them, the San Diego Padres on the road against the Colorado Colorado Rockies. Rockies are 40-101, but they are 2 wins away from ensuring that they won't have the worst record of all time. As don't forget, the White Sox only won 41 games last year, so some good history, I guess, for the Rockies on the line down the stretch. Meanwhile, the Athletics 65-77 on the road against the 66-75 Los Angeles Angels. 3 games already completed in Major League Baseball today. It was the Yankees 3 and the Blue Jays 1. Luis Gil the win, David Bednar the save. The Washington Nationals won a low-scoring game 2-1 on the road against the Chicago Cubs with Brad Lord the win, Matthew Boyd the loss. And finally, the Phillies on the road, they doubled up the Miami Marlins 4-2. It was Jesus Luzardo over Sandy Alcantara, Yohan Duran with his 11th save so far. Games going on right now impacting the Boston Red Sox in the division. No score, bottom of the second between the Baltimore Orioles and the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Orioles are currently at bat. Bottom 3 out in Tampa. The Rays and the Cleveland Guardians are still scoreless. The Seattle Mariners up 2-0 on the road against the Atlanta Braves. That game in the top half of the third. So the wild card right now looks like this. The Yankees with the win over the Blue Jays have a 1-game advantage over the Red Sox. Sox are still 4.5 games clear of Seattle, who is currently in action. Then you have Texas, who is taking on Houston right now, a game that's nationally televised on Fox. No score in the bottom half of the second. Kansas City, Tampa, and Cleveland, the teams right behind them. That is a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, once again brought to you by Subaru of New England. Time now, once again, for today's starting lineups, brought to you by Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. And again, the headline for the Red Sox lineup today is right at the very top. Masataka Yoshida, for the first time in his professional career, both in Major League Baseball and overseas, is your leadoff hitter. This is something that was mentioned a couple years ago as a potential for the Red Sox and for Yoshida, who was known as an on-base machine when he signed with the Red Sox. But it didn't really come to fruition. Jarren Duran became pretty much your everyday leadoff hitter for the last season plus. And then when he was removed, Roman Anthony became your leadoff hitter, and you certainly weren't removing him. Only an oblique injury could do that. So Masa is your leadoff hitter tonight. A good average per Lenny Dinardo with no outs, so we'll see if that's proven true at the beginning of the game. Alex Bregman will follow him. He is at third base with Jarren Duran in left field. He is hitting third. Trevor Story is your shortstop in the cleanup spot with Nathaniel Lowe at first base hitting fifth. Romy Gonzalez is at second base hitting sixth with Carlos Narvaez, your catcher, hitting seventh. Cedron Rafaela is in center field hitting eighth. And Nate Eaton is in right field batting ninth. Interesting to hear the conversation between Will and Alex Cora talking about the speed that the Red Sox have in the outfield for the series. It is a very deep and wide-ranging outfield in Arizona. There is certainly a lot of ground to cover. So specifically in center field, it is a series where you kind of have to have Cedron Rafaela out in center. So you know Duran is speedy, probably better for Duran in the way that he plays the game 100 miles an hour, that he's in a bigger outfield versus having to deal with the Green Monster at Fenway Park. So it benefits his game. Rafael is certainly the right player for that. And then Nate Eaton out in right field, very speedy player, very versatile defender. So you have a lot of speed in the outfield to be able to track down balls so they don't get to the gap, because you can run for a while in Arizona if you don't have speedy outfielders out there. They are in front of their pitcher, Lucas Giolito, 10-2 on the season for Gio. For the homestanding Arizona Diamondbacks, they lead off with their shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo, followed by Ketel Marte. He is at second, hitting second, with Corbin Carroll out in right field. He is hitting third. Blaze Alexander is at third base in the cleanup spot with Adrian Del Castillo, the DH. He is hitting fifth. James McCann is your catcher, hitting sixth, with Alec Thomas in center field hitting seventh. Tyler Locklear is at first base hitting eighth, and Jake McCarthy is in left field, and he is batting ninth in front of their pitcher, Brandon Pfaadt, a 12-8 record for Pfaadt, the 26-year-old, this season. Time now for the Chevy Dealers question of the day. Every day we have the New England Chevy Dealers question of the day. Together we drive. Listen in for this one during the broadcast, and Will and Lenny will debate the following. How concerned are you about the Red Sox current stretch? Very broad, very wide-ranging question today. It's certainly a thought-provoking question. They'll debate this a lot this evening. You have three options: not concerned, somewhat concerned, and extremely concerned. I would be surprised if there was anybody who was picking extremely concerned, but I wouldn't necessarily necessarily mind or complain with the injury to Roman Anthony and some of the pitching injuries in the rotation if you weren't somewhat concerned. But the Red Sox still in a great spot to be in a wild card spot and make it to October in that regard. So we'll see where you go. But again, make sure you follow along at Sox Booth on Twitter so you can engage with the poll and hear the guys discuss it during the course of the broadcast. Finally, here is the lock of the game presented by Interlock Roofing. Never re-roof again. NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. And tonight, folks, we are betting with the new guy. Nathaniel Lowe has been a revelation for the Red Sox. Lowe was hitting .216 with the Washington Nationals and 40 at-bats over 14 games with the Sox. He is hitting .325 with a .991 OPS. He has faced Brandon Pfaadt considerably more than anybody else on the Red Sox. In 9 at-bats, he sports a .556 average and a 1,600 OPS against the right-hander. So my lock of the game tonight is Nathaniel Lowe's total bases prop. So again, it's the accumulation of bases. 1 for a single, 2 for a double, 3 for a triple, 4 for a home run. Walks do not count. Hit by pitches do not count. So he needs to at least touch 2 total bases via hits in order to hit the over. The over at 1.5 is set at +124 tonight. I think Lowe is going to have a big game. He sees this pitcher well. He's been seeing right-handed hitters very well. He even yesterday versus a lefty was able to do some damage and get the triple. So you can also get the over 1.5 on his hits, runs, and RBIs prop at -135 if you're more comfortable doing that. But I'm going with the total bases. I think there's an extra base hit in Nathaniel Lowe's future today, and so that is what I'm betting on for the lock of the game presented by Interlock Roofing. Before we continue, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
You have been listening to the MassMutual pregame show. Talk to MassMutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Coming up next, Will Fleming and Lenny Dinardo bring you Game 2 of the series between the Boston Red Sox and the Arizona Diamondbacks on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You've been listening to the MassMutual pregame show. MassMutual, insurance, planning, investments. The Red Sox are coming up next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Get your 2026 season memberships to see the New England Revolution and claim your seats in the heart of the action for all 17 games. Season members receive amazing benefits, including a player-signed Revolution scarf when you place a deposit today. For more details, head to revolutionsoccer.net. A simple deposit is all it takes. Start enjoying some of your 2026 season member benefits now. That's revolutionsoccer.net/tickets.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
So I made the new Eggo protein waffles the other day for my kids, and they couldn't believe how good they tasted, or that they were packed with protein. They have the same great Eggo taste we all know and love, plus 20% of your daily protein. They seriously taste amazing. Whether it's part of your breakfast before school or a quick bite before practice, new Eggo protein waffles and pancakes are an easy way to keep everyone happy. Head to your local grocery store to fuel your morning with Eggo protein waffles and pancakes, available at retailers nationwide.
Progressive knows you've got enough to worry about in life.
Hi, it's your life again. Feel like another year is just slipping away? Yeah, remember all those New Year's resolutions you made? You still haven't finished the first book. Just 19 more to go. I mean, if we're being honest, it wasn't a very realistic goal. Have you ever considered that you intentionally self-sabotage? So what's that about?
So let Progressive protect your home and auto, because you've got enough to worry about. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right? In the flesh. Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Here we go.
Count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
This is incredible.
Watch your local NFL game live all season long.
And he's in for a touchdown.
Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today.
Ice. Energy. Energy. From Starbucks.
When you want that good afternoon energy, pick up new hydrating Starbucks Iced Energy with plant-based caffeine for a feel-good boost. Available in 3 refreshing fruity flavors: tropical peach, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon twist to give you the delicious taste you've been looking for. Energize your afternoon with new Starbucks Iced Energy. Find it in stores or online today.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar. The better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
eBay has reinvented vehicle buying. From click to curb, everything's covered. Ever try to buy a car online and end up in a parking lot with a stranger and some blind trust? That era is over. Now with Secure Purchase, eBay isn't just where you find your car. It's where you buy it, start to finish. Title, financing, registration, delivery, it's all built in. This is the modern way to buy your next ride on eBay. eBay. Things people love. Secure Purchase is powered by Caramel Dealer Services, LLC, an eBay subsidiary.
This is Red Sox baseball.
Can you believe it?
On the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And the left field, adios. Sale winds, he fires. Swing and a miss, strike 3, it's over. And the Red Sox win. Jump on his back, fellas, the Red Sox win.
The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaws and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network. Subaru of New England. There's a lot to love about Subaru. SubaruofNewEngland.com.
And Hideo Ramos pitched a no-hitter.
Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. Nissan, sun's out, deals up at the Nissan end of summer sales event.
And that ball is gone into the front row of the monster seats.
Drains by James, Eastern Mass's choice for drain cleaning and pipelining. Arbella, here for good.
Red Sox win again.
Buy cars for kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Ford Trucks, official truck of the Boston Red Sox.
Strike 3, a no-hitter. 23-year-old Clay Buchholz has no-hit the Baltimore Orioles.
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Sponsored by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Duran will score.
Dig Safe. Click digsafe.com or call 811 before you dig. Cape Cod Lumber. Find the lumber for your next project. cclco.com.
Way back. Grand slam.
Citgo. Club Citgo can save you money every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right. C&S Wholesale Grocers.
It's gone. Into the bullpen.
Brought to you by FindMassMoney.gov. The Department of Veteran Affairs. Hackman Wealth Partners. Boston's premier retirement planning specialist.
Well, they just yelled. Paramount and A-Rod are having words, and now they're in a fight.
Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Battle won by House.
McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil delivery, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. Northern Bank, your partner for growth.
Here's the throw. Roberts dives, and he is safe.
And by Verizon Wireless, the network Boston relies on. New England Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive.
Roman reigns supreme.
Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Will Fleming and Lenny Dinardo.
An absolutely beautiful Saturday night in the Valley of the Sun under the closed roof at Chase Field, the home of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Tonight, the Red Sox look to right the ship. The losers of 2 straight ball games, trying to win the middle game of this 3-game series after a disappointing opener against the D-backs last night. This evening, Alex Cora will send Lucas Giolito, one of his most dependable starters, to the mound. Brandon Pfaadt, the right-hander, who has been up and down for the D-backs, who are trying to cling to faint playoff hopes. They've won 7 of 9 and trying to get above 500 for the first time in a long time, along with Lenny Dinardo, Will Fleming. And the Red Sox, Lenny, have not been the same team ever since Roman Anthony went down. Tonight, Alex Cora will try something new. He's going to run Masataka Yoshida out in the leadoff spot that was so capably and wonderfully occupied by Roman Anthony. And look, the Red Sox are in a great spot. They've got a 5-game cushion, just a game behind the Yankees who beat the Blue Jays today. They are feeling great down the stretch run, but after 2 straight losses, particularly the way that they've gone, I think, Lenny, this becomes another one of those moments for this club that has been so resilient all year long to stand tall a little bit and reverse course here in Arizona.
Yeah, and it starts with Lucas Giolito. This is the guy they want on the mound. I mean, he's 1/3 of the 3-headed monster is what they're calling him. If you look at the last 15 games, you're talking about a guy 9-1, a 2.26 ERA, and a 2.01 batting average against. He needs to pitch to contact. He needs to limit the damage, especially to the first 3 batters in this lineup. Those are the guys he has to highlight. There's 72 home runs between the first 3 and 26 home runs for the next 6. So go out there, pound the strike zone, but be careful in and outside the zone. You got to get strike 1 and strike 2 quickly against a club like this.
It certainly is a top-heavy Diamondbacks order. We saw that last night. Corbin Carroll put the game to bed with his 30th home run between Marte, Perdomo, and Carroll. I mean, that's as good a 3-headed monster as exists in the National League. Lucas Giolito, mechanically, he admitted after his last start, Lenny, that things were just a little bit off. He has been just so dependable for this Red Sox team. What does he need to do a little better tonight to sort of solidify things for the Sox?
Well, he was walking a thin line last time out. He ended up going 6 innings, only gave up 1 earned run, but he walked 5 batters. You can't live that way. You walk 5 batters, typically you're not going to go out there and give up 1 run. There's going to be a lot of damage involved with that. So mechanically, make sure that you're sound over the rubber. That's going to make sure you're sound in your release point. If you can do that, you're going to hit the bottom of the zone with the changeup. The fastball is going to lay at the top. They make each other better pitches. And that curveball slider thing that he throws inside to lefties keeps everybody honest on both sides of the plate.
Well, we're excited for tonight. We'll try to overcome Lenny's disappointment that on our hike on Camelback Mountain, we did not see any wild tarantulas. But, you know, you can only guess and wish for so much here in the desert. Red Sox, Ramon Vasquez brings the lineup card out. We'll get you the starting lineups in just a moment, but first, time now for the National Anthem, brought to you by BuildSubmarines.com. You'll find stable, sustaining, skilled trades careers helping bring the next generation of U.S. Navy submarines to life. We build giants because it takes one to build one. A wonderful job by the Phoenix Boys Choir and the Phoenix Girls Choir to set the scene ahead of Game 2 of a 3-game series between the Boston Red Sox and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Sox come in 78-64, 20 games remaining in this regular season. The Yankees beat the Blue Jays in a matinee at the stadium in the Bronx. So now, as the Yankees will have a finale in that set tomorrow, they are trying to close in on Toronto, who's in the top spot in the American League East. But the Yankees get a win there, and that means they are 3.5 games out of the lead in the American League East. The Sox 4 back with a chance to trim the lead here tonight. Brandon Pfaadt, black jerseys above white tops. The D-backs are out. The Speed Report is brought to you by Verizon. And Lenny, this guy's not going to overwhelm. He's a big, tall right-hander who debuted a couple of seasons ago. Actually pitched very well in the postseason for the Diamondbacks. But I just think for this Red Sox offense, it is so imperative that they focus on what has made them so dynamic. Swing at strikes, don't expand out of the zone.
And for Brandon Pfaadt, that's what you're going to get. He doesn't walk many batters. He's going to be in the strike zone from the get-go. So try to get fastballs early in counts. Don't get behind. And go out there and drive the baseball if he gets a mistake. If you get something in the zone, go out there and don't wait around for something else late.
Well, Red Sox are just about ready in their road gray unis. Mr. DiNardo, how about tonight's starting lineups?
All right, it's time for the Morgan & Morgan starting lineups, brought to you by America's largest injury law firm. So let's meet tonight's players. Batting in the one-hole, Masataka Yoshida, DH. Alex Bregman at third base. Jarren Duran playing left field. Trevor Story at shortstop. Nathaniel Lowe playing first base. Romy Gonzalez at second. Carlos Novaes behind the plate. Cedane Rafael in center field. And Nate Eaton in right field. And for the Diamondbacks, Geraldo Perdomo at shortstop. Ketel Marte at second base. Corbin Carroll in right field. Blaze Alexander at third base. Adrian Del Castillo at DH. James McCann catching. Alec Thomas in center field. Tyler Locklear at first base. And Jake McCarthy playing left field in the 9-hole.
And the big, tall righty, Pfaadt, is just about ready to go. The Red Sox, as Lenny just told you, with Yoshida, Bregman, and Duran trying to set the tone in a way that they did not in the opener of this series. The Macho Man in the leadoff spot for the first time as a Red Sox hitter. And it is a massively pro-Red Sox crowd here tonight, as it was last night. The pitch to Massa is a little outside. Fastball from Pfaadt. And we are underway, 5:10 p.m. locally. 76 inside, 95 outside. Time and temp brought to you by Hatfield, as Massa takes a ball outside, and it's 2-0. Hatfield, better care and better pork. I was stunned when I pulled up the lineup today and saw Massa's name in the first spot, but they're just trying to find something. Here's the 2-0, and it is a strike on the outside corner. Alex Cora told us before the game, Massa off a 3-hit night last night. They think he's very close. He and Pete Fatsi think big things are coming. 2-1. Pfaadt overhead wind. He throws, and Massa takes a ball way outside. It's 3-1.
Well, he's batting .325 with a .992 OPS with no outs, so we know we're going to get at least one of those in this game.
He bats with no outs in the top of the first here. The 3-1 is a strike, borderline, but actually right on the outside corner. It's 3-2. Massa has a certain joie de vivre. He really takes it all in. On the off day, he was down in Sedona. 3-2. The pitch is chopped softly on the right side. The second baseman Marte's got it. He throws to first in time, and Yoshida is gone to begin the game.
Yeah, over the homestand, we saw some nice line drive swings the other way, trying to get away from what he just did, those slow ground balls to second base. This is one guy where you want to get him to hit the ball in the air more often.
Yeah, when he does, he's so dynamic. And now here is Alex Bregman with a ton of family and friends in the yard. This is the closest he will get to Albuquerque, New Mexico. Right-handed hitter. Pitch is a strike on the outside corner. He loves this ballpark, does Bregman, but not as much as Trevor Story, who cleans up tonight. Trevor made his major league debut here and has just owned Chase Field. 0-1 to Bregman. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He took a big rip at a fastball, 93, right in the heart of the plate. And it is 0-2. Pfaadt this year, 12-8 with a 5.33 ERA. He's been dependable. 29 starts now, but he has given up a ton of hits. 172 in 148 innings. The 0-2 to Bregman. Swinging a line shot to first, caught by Locklear off the dirt. Loud contact, but 2 down.
We've seen a lot of that from Alex Bregman. You know, it's only a matter of time where he starts to break out and that starts to find grass. You know, talking about Pfaadt, he's been way better at home than on the road. 19 home runs given up on the road versus 3 here at home. Pitch is very comfortable, and this ballpark plays well for him.
Yeah, it's so deep. The power alley's really wide. Here's Jarren Duran in the 3-hole. 2 down, bases empty. Just underway. The pitch. Duran takes a strike on the inside corner. Jarren comes in. .258, 14 homers, 77 driven in. for 5 yesterday. Did walk and score. Last night, the pitch is a check swing. Looked like he went around. He did. According to the third base umpire, Junior Valentine, you'd think you're at Fenway. Fans are booing, and that's ruled a swing.
Yeah, a couple curveballs to start him out. Little show of respect right there. The first 2 pitches. He only throws that about 9% of the time.
Locklear at first, Marte at second, Perdomo the shortstop with Alexander at third. Thomas in center, Carroll in right with McCarthy in left. 0-2 to Duran. 2 outs in the first. Overhead wind again. The pitch, swinging a high pop-up, shallow center field. Back onto the shortstop, Perdomo. He'll call off Thomas and make the play. The Red Sox down very quickly. In the top of the first, Lucas Giolito to the mound, scoreless after half an inning on the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Get your 2026 season memberships to see the New England Revolution and claim your seats in the heart of the action for all 17 games. Season members receive amazing benefits, including a player-signed Revolution scarf when you place a deposit today. For more details, head to revolutionsoccer.net. A simple deposit is all it takes. Start enjoying some of your 2026 season member benefits now. That's revolutionsoccer.net/tickets.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
Something big has been spotted in Rhode Island. The $5 Jaws instant ticket from the Rhode Island Lottery. You could win up to $50,000 instantly, or enter the Jaws second chance for cash prizes and Jaws merchandise. Enter at rilot.com or on the lottery's mobile app. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly. Jaws is copyrighted by Universal City Studios, LLC.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next-day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, it's Lucas Giolito. This is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
No scores. We go to the bottom of the first in Arizona. Lucas Giolito on the mound, making his 23rd start. He has been a pillar of dependability. The right-hander facing Geraldo Perdomo throws, and a fastball misses inside, handled by Narvaez. It is ball one. Perdomo has just been awesome all season long, especially since the All-Star break. Homered last night from the right side off Tolley, the 1-0. His strike right there from Giolito. This guy is an on-base machine, Perdomo. Yesterday, 4 for 5. He's got the 4th best on-base average in the National League. 4th most hits, 150. And he's right there with Francisco Lindor with the best offensive numbers among NL shortstops. 1-1 to Perdomo is ripped foul on the first base side, out of play. And it is 1-2. Giolito, 22 starts, 10-2 with a 3.38 ERA. 125 in the third innings, only 111 hits with 105 in the strikeout column, and 43 walks. He'd like to cut down on those tonight. The 1-2 bounced in. Curveball not close at all. And it's 2-2.
Yeah, he's going for his 11th win. He's only done that only 3 times throughout his career. I know that's not a stat we really talk about very often, but he gives his team a chance to win most of the time he takes the baseball.
Yes, he does. 2-2. Pitch is high. And by the way, I mean, wins are a dependent stat. Nobody would argue that. But I think we've gone too far. There is real value in a guy who can get through a lot of innings, keep you in games. And Giolito certainly does that. 3-2 the pitch. High pop-up. Left side of the infield, back on its story. And actually, it's going to get out into the outfield as Duran drifts in. He makes the play. I think Perdomo just swung at ball 4, but a good start for Giolito.
Yeah, look, it was only 81 miles an hour at the top of the zone, but he crowded him early with a couple fastballs, ended up throwing a changeup in, so he was trying to speed him up and slow him down. He didn't get to that fastball because it was located right at the top of the zone. Lenny, it's interesting. This time of year, I think the arms are barking a little bit for the Red Sox, and the velocity a little bit down early for Lucas as the fastball's on the inside corner. That one, though, 95 miles an hour, good heater, and it's 0-1. Sometimes it takes an inning or two to get the juices flowing, to get the adrenaline running through your body.
0-1 is a beauty. Strike on the outside corner. Good curveball, and it's 0-2.
That's exactly what you want to do. Try to get 0-2 as many times as possible, especially against the first three hitters in this lineup. This is where most of the damage takes place.
The ball's 2 strikes to Ketel Marte, batting left. The pitch in the dirt, curve. Marte is just really one of the fabulous stars in the game. With some controversy this season after the All-Star break, he kind of went MIA on the D-backs, went down to the Dominican Republic. A lot of teammates took exception to that. The 1-2 is just outside. But this is a guy who basically carried them to the World Series 2 years ago. This season, 288, 25 homers, 64 driven in. Corbin Carroll is out on deck. 2-2. Giolito throws. And a chopper toward first and foul. Now to plate. Lowe is at first. Romy at second. Story the shortstop. Bregman at third. Cedon twisting the glove. Drops it out in center field with Eaton in right and Duran in left. That's the Baldwin Group defensive alignment. Baldwin Group Insurance Employee Benefits and Wealth Management. 2-2 is Low with a curve. So the pitch count high already. I mean, it's consecutive 3-2 counts to the first 2 hitters.
Yeah, he's done the job getting to 2 strikes, and it's kind of picking from there. You want to try to have that conveyor belt mentality, get them in and out 4 pitches or less.
3-2 is Low. He walked him well. Giolito, who has had some issues throwing strikes of late, 5 walks his last time, 6 against the Padres on the 9th day of August. Issues a 1-out walk, and that's trouble because here's Corbin Carroll.
That's the issue right there. You walk Marte right there. You've got Carroll, who hit his 30th home run last night. You don't want to start off with a crooked number on the board.
Shifted double play depth on the infield as a breaking ball low, and Giolito, some bad misses here early, especially with the off-speed stuff. Carroll has never faced Giolito. In fact, James McCann and Gabby Moreno, the only D-backs hitters who've seen Lucas. 1-0. It's one of the great players in the game. Corbin Carroll, the pitch right there. That's a fastball. Hard of the plate. Carroll must have been looking for something else. It's 1-1.
He's probably noticing that Giolito's not really consistent with his breaking balls. The curveball, the changeup have been located down below the zone, not a strike out of the hand.
1-1. Pitch popped up. Shallow center field. Story from short drifts out. He will call off Cedon and make the play. That is a big time out for Giolito. And they're 2 away.
You can see the fastball planned right now as far as the early part of this order is to crowd them. 94, 95 in, showing the breaking balls down to the zone, but trying to get the ball on the hands of these bats. It has been successful so far.
And now Blaze Alexander, who had a really big night at the plate and in the field. 2 down, runner aboard. Facing Giolito, the pitch to this right-hander is a strike on the outside corner. Arbella Insurance Foundation, dedicated to striking out cancer. Every strikeout from a Sox pitcher this year means a $50 donation. Arbella, here for the Jimmy Fund and here for good. 2 down, 1 aboard in the first inning. No score. A 1 pitch outside. That was a slider from Giolito that missed. And it levels things 1-1.
The fastball command looks like it's on point tonight. We're seeing a lot of what we saw last night as far as the secondary stuff not being consistent in the zone.
1-1 at the belt. Pitch. That's a beauty, but low. They call it a ball. Does the home plate umpire trip Gibson? Lenny, like so many starting pitchers, Giolito battles in the first inning. By far his most difficult inning, and generally, if he can skate through, he does settle in. 2-1 is swung on a miss. That is the best changeup he's thrown, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, nice changeup. That's off the plate, 81 miles an hour. Started off about 2 or 3 baseball lengths and kind of worked its way right on the black.
So with Marte at first and 2 down, It's a 2-ball, 2-strike count to Blaze Alexander. Giolito throws. And a fastball right there on the corner. Strike 3 called. Giolito fans Alexander. First strikeout of the game is brought to you by Weichert Realtors, and it ends a very nice opening inning for Giolito. No score after 1 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Get your 2026 season memberships to see the New England Revolution and claim your seats in the heart of the action for all 17 games. Season members receive amazing benefits, including a player-signed Revolution scarf when you place a deposit today. For more details, head to revolutionsoccer.net. A simple deposit is all it takes. Start enjoying some of your 2026 season member benefits now. That's revolutionsoccer.net/tickets.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Trevor Story will lead it off for the Red Sox as we go into the top of the second. Giolito very good in the opening inning. Worked around a walk, and a guy who introduced himself to the baseball world right here at Chase Field. Digs into one of his favorite places to hit. To begin the second inning, right-hander Story takes a ball down and in from Pfaadt. And it is ball 1 to Trevor.
Seen a lot of breaking balls early from Pfaadt so far this outing, pitching backwards from the get-go.
1-0 to Trevor, comes in 23 homers, 88 driven, and he chops one up the middle. The shortstop Perdomo to his left gloves and throws to first in time. Now that's out number 1. It was April the 4th, 2016, that Trevor came here to Chase Field. He made the team sort of out of nowhere. Super talented prospect for the Rockies. And that day announced himself with 2 homers in his major league debut. Batted second that day, drove in 4. Here's the pitch to Nathaniel Lowe, and that is a strike on the outside corner. And by the way, those homers were off of Zach Greinke, who at that time and for much of his career was one of the great pitchers in the game.
Did you get that tattooed?
No kidding. Here's Lowe looking at a fastball, shakes his head. Yes, that is a strike. And it is 0-2. Lowe just been a revelation for the Red Sox. Very nearly homered last night off the middle of the deepest part of the wall in right center field. But he's in an 0-2 hole here. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Foul of third. Over the D-backs dugout and out of play off the netting.
It's going to give Duran a run for his money as far as triples.
I'm sure. It was fun to see him motor it up.
Just hit it 413 right in that little corner over there. Let it roll.
It is as likely that he has a triple tonight at Ice Summit Camelback Mountain tomorrow at 5 a.m. 0-2 to Lowe. Romy on deck. The pitch is high and outside. We did get up there. Took the trailhead. We started too late. Both Alex Cora and Garrett Whitlock were just laughing at us at the idea of leaving the hotel to climb the mountain at 9:30 as a 1-2 is swung on and missed. Lowe is gone, and they're 2 away.
You were just talking about the Colorado Rockies, about an eighth the way up. I felt like I was in Colorado.
And it's only like, 800 feet up, something.
My hotel room's probably higher.
But it is, you're straight up, and it was hot, sun beating off the rocks.
And we're out of shape.
Yeah, well, there's that, too. That's the most important thing. Your pecs were in fine form, though. Here's Romy Gonzalez, who takes a fastball low for ball one.
That's all smoke and mirrors. My cardio is not where it's at.
Pecs Dinardo.
No tarantulas.
Disappointing. Here's Romy looking at a 1-0. That's way outside. Romy up to 306 now, and he's become a staple in the lineup. He is 15 for his last 32 on an 8-game streak. We looked everywhere for those big spiders. The 2-0 is a chopper to short. Give me another quick inning for the Red Sox. Romy retired. And Sox 1-2-3 in the second. No score in Arizona. No articulation there. We go to the bottom half of the inning of the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
When evaluating potential hires for your small business, it's essential to look beyond resumes. Sure, a candidate may appear impressive on paper, but understanding the person is crucial. LinkedIn, the world's largest professional network, provides a complete view of your candidate's skills, experiences, and interests. With LinkedIn's up-to-date data, you can be confident that you really know who you're hiring. Post your free job at linkedin.com/skill. That's linkedin.com/skill. Terms and conditions apply.
Getting on the network America relies on is easy when you come into your local Verizon store. Come check out their latest deals on phones, accessories, and so much more. From shopping to support and everything in between, it's your one-stop shop to get it all. And when you switch to Verizon, you choose what goes into your unlimited plan and save on what you need. There's never been a better time to switch to the network America relies on. Visit your local Verizon store to speak with a rep and save big today.
Get your 2026 season memberships to see the New England Revolution and claim your seats in the heart of the action for all 17 games. Season members receive amazing benefits, including a player-signed Revolution scarf when you place a deposit today. For more details, head to revolutionsoccer.net. A simple deposit is all it takes. Start enjoying some of your 2026 season member benefits now. That's revolutionsoccer.net/tickets.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Lucas Giolito back on the mound as we go to the bottom of the second inning. You'll see Adrian Del Castillo, James McCann, and Alec Thomas in Herb Chambers batting order. Brought to you by Herb Chambers, Porsche Boston, and Porsche Burlington. Giolito worked around a one-out walk in the first time in this series. Del Castillo facing the Red Sox, batting left. Bregman sort of level with the bag and off the line. Giolito already got a lather going. His first pitch, just dead center, fastball in there for strike one.
You know, we talked about working around a walk last inning. I'd rather you walk one of those first three guys and give up any damage. You know, pitching around them is okay.
Yeah, after you get through those three, it gets much easier. The 0-1 down in. It's just the truth of the matter with this D-backs team. They really do damage with those first three. And now with Naylor gone, they just don't have the same depth of their lineup. Here's the 1-1, and that is high. 2 balls and a strike. Suarez also gone back to the Seattle Mariners, who are in an absolute free fall. It has gotten crazy in the American League wild card standings because the Mariners just don't win at the moment. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Great changeup. He's got that pitch so far, and it's 2-2. So the Mariners, they were so comfortably in the wild card picture, but now lost 4 in a row, 7 of 10, and they have only a half-game lead over Texas. 2-2 on the ground, hard and foul outside of first. So Seattle 73-68. The Rangers have played one more and lost one more.
I feel like that's hard to do with that rotation. I mean, how do you lose that many games with that amount of skill taking the hump every 5 days?
You know, what's amazing is away from their ballpark in Seattle, they don't pitch nearly as well. And the Mariners very rarely win on the East Coast. It's crazy. 2-2. Here it is. High pop-up. Left side will get out of play. Into the seats. The Mariners are in Atlanta tonight, and in the top of the 5th, they do lead 2-1. As we told you, Yankees beat the Blue Jays earlier today. 3-1. Heel beat Bassett. Bednar locked it down with his 21st save. So Yanks a full game ahead of the Red Sox right now. The Rangers, meanwhile, in action, hosting the Houston Astros. 2-2. Ripped into right field, a base hit. So Del Castillo got a fastball right there. And he leads off the second with a hit.
Yeah, a little bit too much to the plate right there. He's trying to go down to the zone, but just a little bit too elevated right in his hot zone.
You know, Lenny, I can think of a lot of pitches so far in this game. The Carroll, Perdomo, and this guy. I know that Giolito's looking to work ahead. There have been some middle fastballs, and he's, I would think, got to get away from that.
Yeah, if we learned anything from last night is this club can hit fastballs, especially when it gets too much to the plate.
Here's James McCann, right-handed hitter. Ground ball, foul outside of third. It does feel that way. They hunt heaters.
You know, if he shows the breaking ball right there, if he shows the secondary stuff consistently in the zone, proving that he can throw strikes, it's going to make that fastball that much better. He can get away with throwing the ball, missing his spots.
McCann has had a long and winding road. Broke in 11 years ago with the Tigers, then White Sox, Mets, Orioles, and here with the D-backs. He fouls it off on the first base side. That 0-1 pitch from Giolito. $2.47 a pound. It's time to be grilling boneless chicken. Today at Shaw's and Star Market. Value pack all natural. Signature Farms boneless chicken breast or thighs. $2.47 a pound when you use the digital coupon. McCann this year, .233. 3 homers, 9 driven in. Only 32 games up here as he takes a pitch. Slider off the plate and outside, 1-2.
Yeah, missing down with the breaking ball. The slider, the changeup. The changeup's been a little bit more consistent, but the breaking ball missing way down.
Leadoff man aboard in the second, 1-2. Giolito throws. And a hard hopper to short, diving attempt by Story. It's past him and into the outfield. What might have been a double play, a little delayed reaction and a screamer. And the Diamondbacks have 2 on with nobody out in this second inning.
Looks like a slider, 85. Again, too much of the plate. Tried to get that outside and down. Was elevated a little bit too much. If you can get that down in the zone, probably going to be a little bit of softer contact.
I mean, Giolito has been so reliable over his last 15 starts. Sox 9-1 with a 2.26 ERA. That thing was smoked, though, 103 off the bat. He is making mistakes in the heart of the plate. Here's Alec Thomas, left-handed hitter. He swings and misses. That's been his best slider tonight, and it's 0-1.
Exactly, right down below the zone. Late breaking action. Looks like a fastball coming out of his hand. That's where he needs to be successful with that, because that leaves the fastball open up in the zone. You can use up, down, in, and out with those pitches.
6 or more innings in 14 of his 22 starts. They sure need that tonight. They really had to lean into the bullpen last night. 0-1. Real trouble, 2 on. Here's a fastball not close, way up the ladder. And it is 1-1.
Last time out, he walked 5 guys, so he showed the capability to create a little bit of damage control when he does have runners on base. He's going to need to do that this inning to be successful.
A ball, 1 strike. Snakes threatening here. The pitch. Strike on the inside corner. No rattlesnake seen on Camelback Trail today either.
Just a couple lizards. That's it.
Yeah.
A couple lizards.
And when we saw him, Jemai Webster just about did a backflip, jumping back out of the way. 1-2. Pitch in the dirt. I mean, that is such a bad miss with a changeup. And Carlos Narvaez is trying to sort of prod Giolito along. Not sharp so far.
Just inconsistent. He'll throw a great located changeup at the bottom of the zone with movement, and then he'll throw one 3 feet away from the zone. He needs to find some consistency with that pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Big one. Here it is. Popped up right over my head. And out of play. And it remains 2-2. The Subaru of New England scoreboard, the New England all-wheel drive away event is going on now. Get your authorized retailer. SubaruofNewEngland.com. The Astros are in Arlington, Texas. They lead 1-0. Top 5. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Great change up there from Giolito. And a super important first down.
Yeah, that was right on the black, located away. Got him way out in his front foot on that pitch. That's the benefit of going out there and getting the 2 strikes quickly. You're able to get them to be swinging at pitches that are borderline strikes.
You touched on this, Lenny. I mean, I think we undervalue wins for pitchers, and we certainly don't talk enough about whether the club wins on a day you start. Here's Tyler Locklear, right-handed hitter. He checks his swing on a slider that missed down and away for ball one. I mean, you look at his game log, it's just W, W, W. I mean, at one after the next. The Red Sox, since the 4th of July when he started in D.C., have only lost 2 games he started. Phenomenal. 1-0, scoreless in the second. The pitch is low and outside. Another slider.
You have to feel good if you're Alex Cora. You've had 2 games in a row that were kind of sloppy. Frankly, they were kind of ugly. You need somebody to put a stop at that. Who better than Lucas Giolito with what he's done throughout this season?
He has thrown a lot of pitches. 40 so far. Here's another one that is inside. He did check his swing, Locklear, so that is a real concern right now. Nobody out, one down, I should say, in the second inning, and 41 pitches thrown by Giolito.
So Lucas is a guy that needs to use the infield, get the ball on the ground. He can do that right here. That'll save him some pitches.
3-0, that's a strike. Top of the zone. He definitely took something off there. I mean, that's a four-seamer at 91, but he guided it in there, and it's 3-1. $174 for Locklear, 3 homers, 6 driven in, but a hitter's count here. At the belt, Lucas is ready. He throws, and that is a ball. Wow. So, second walk of the game, and the bases are now loaded with 1 out for the 9-hole hitter, Jake McCarthy.
So we've seen this from Lucas. Sometimes he loses that command, and it comes in spurts. It's mechanical, slight adjustments over the rubber, separating the hands, allows him to get that consistent release point, but it's mainly the breaking balls throughout this game that are just getting him behind in counts, and they're not consistent at all. That was a fastball borderline, but he's not going to get that until he proves that he's hitting these spots consistently.
Well, because of that, Andrew Bailey's out to the mound. It's not quite there yet, but this does remind a little bit of San Diego, where he walked 4 straight hitters. 1 inning really was his undoing. And this is a spot, Lenny, where his start and this game kind of hang in the balance. And what an important, essential hitter Jake McCarthy is. I mean, he's the 9-hole guy, a $196, a .569 on base plus slugging, and you have to attack him before you get back to Perdomo. Out of the stretch, loaded up. Giolito's ready. The pitch is a strike, not called one. Wow. Man, was that close. Maybe missed by half an inch on the inside, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, when you're walking batters, not showing that you can consistently be in the zone, the umpire's not going to give you that.
1-0 the pitch. Low. He does not have the secondary stuff in this inning. And now he is in an enormous bind here at 2-0.
Yeah, you're facing McCarthy here. He's a 196 hitter. You have to make him make contact, preferably on the ground here. If you can get a 2-for-1, you start the next inning with Perdomo, nobody on base.
2-0, huge pitch. Here it is. Ground ball up the middle. It might be 2. Story boots it. It's into the outfield, and 2 runs will score. Del Castillo and McCann come home on Story's error, and it's 2-0 Arizona.
Well, Lucas made his pitch. That's exactly what he wanted to do. Tailor-made double play. You don't see that very often from Trevor Story. Came charging in to get it. Almost looked like he tried to reach in the glove prior to it hitting his glove. Rolled into the outfield.
Now a 2-base error. McCarthy all the way up to second, and now things very much teetering. I'm not certain they turned the double play. It wasn't hit all that hard, but man, what a disaster. Here Perdomo takes ball 1. Changeup. And the left side of this infield has been phenomenal. That is the Red Sox 106th error, most in the big leagues. Trevor's been so steady. The infield is in. The 1-0. High fly into right field. Eaton has room in front of the warning track. Tagging at third is Locklear. Catch made. Throw to second. And a run scores on a sacrifice fly. It's 3-0 Arizona.
Yeah, you said it. The defense has been so much better. That's just an inopportune time right there with the bases loaded. Really needed that double play. Right now, he's got to take that deep breath and kind of reset. You're down 3 runs in the second inning. Have to go out there and compete in the zone with that changeup. That's very important.
13th error on Story this year. Here's Marte. 3 runs in, all unearned. The pitch is high with a fastball. I mean, Giolito has not made it easy on himself in this inning. Couple hits, the walk. 1-0. Giolito throws. Marte takes a high fastball, ball 2, and that's 50 pitches thrown.
There's obvious frustration right now on Lucas Giolito's face. You can tell he's battling a little bit. Needs to slow the game down just a tad right here.
2-0. Pitch outside. I think first run is certainly earned because you don't assume the double play with the bases loaded. But after that, the rest unearned. That is small consolation for the Red Sox. Right now, 3-0 Arizona. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Man, he had the green light, did Marte, and why not? Took a monster rip. But late on the fastball, 3-1.
That's what he's here to do, try to hit the ball out of the ballpark.
Giolito fires in a pop-up on the infield. Narvaez flips the mask away. In comes Bregman, and Alex is there. 2 make the play, inning over, but double play not turned. An error huge in the second inning. Diamondbacks 3, Red Sox nothing in the Shaws and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
Get your 2026 season memberships to see the New England Revolution and claim your seats in the heart of the action for all 17 games. Season members receive amazing benefits, including a player-signed Revolution scarf when you place a deposit today. For more details, head to revolutionsoccer.net. A simple deposit is all it takes. Start enjoying some of your 2026 season member benefits now. That's revolutionsoccer.net/tickets.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next-day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Jones and Keith.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Carlos Narvaez deleted off for the Red Sox as we go to the top of the third. They are in dire need, the Sox, of a major jolt. Trailing 3-0. They don't have a base runner yet against Brandon Pfaadt. Rivalry Report is brought to you by River Spring Living, which truly does feel like home. Looking for a warm, vibrant community for mom or dad? River Spring is the place for you. Carlos Narvaez, who came up with the Yankees, has been red hot. Doubled and drove in a run last night. He's 6 for his last 15. He takes a fastball inside for ball 1.
Yeah, got to get something started here. Last night they had a little bit of a rally, but it was too late in that 8th inning.
250, 12 homers and 42 driven in for Carlos. The pitch. That's a strike on the outside corner. He joined Carlton Fisk. Jim Pagliarone is the only Red Sox rookie catchers to get 12 or more homers or 40 or more driven in their debut season. 1-1 is a little low, maybe inside 2. And it's 2-1.
He's got a lot of breaking balls so far from Pfaadt. A lot of ground ball. He's already has 3 ground ball outs. He's putting the ball on the ground, weak contact.
Here's a swing and a miss. Good sinking fastball. It's time, Lenny, for the offense to get over the Roman Anthony hangover and step forward. They just have not looked at all the same, which you can understand. 2-2 to Carlos. Swinging a drive down the right field line, but foul. I'll tell you what's amazing and sort of unfortunate about these 2 nights in Arizona. I'm telling you, it's 70% Red Sox fans in here. I mean, it might be 50-50, but it is enormous, the volume of Red Sox fans, and they haven't had any reason to really get involved. 2-2 is outside. Every time anything close to good happens, this place gets really loud for the Sox.
I think we had 39,000 people last night.
They were here for Flow Rider, like you were. 3-2 to Carlos. Pitch. Swinging a hard ground ball on the left side. Perdomo to his right. Backhands. Takes a long time. It throws to first in time. Narvaez hard hit, but one away.
Yeah, he knew he had enough time. There was a hard hit ball, so he took a couple steps, little crow hop before he threw the ball.
Now Cedon with one down. Third inning is brought to you by Citgo, a club you'll want to get into. Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly get savings of 23 cents a gallon on your first fill up. Cedon needs to get going. Pitch to him is a comebacker to the mound. He didn't want to swing. He did. Right back to Pfaadt. Same old, and they're 2 away.
It's consistently inducing weak contact, ground balls to the infield. And the plan is basically pitching backwards so far. You see a lot of curveballs early, a lot of fastballs late. When your curveball is thrown early enough, it makes that 94 play like about 97.
Well, that will drive Cedon and the Red Sox crazy. I mean, he's 0 for his last 10, and that's another one of those at-bats where it's like a predetermined first pitch swing. Here now, Nate Eaton has been good. He takes a strike on the outside corner. He came in after that fateful swing that strained Roman's oblique muscle on the left side. And really, he's been quite a good addition, has Nate. 0-1. Swinging a hard ground ball, fair off the third base bag, and that's going to be extra bases. Eaton has the Red Sox first hit, and he's into second base with a stand-up double. We have not seen enough of the turbulent celebration, and Eaton actually goes away from it there. Red Sox in business with a 2-out double.
Nice swing. He started him off with a fastball, got another one, same spot, maybe a little bit lower, got the barrel to it, the hands through. Pfaadt switched up the routine right there. Instead of going curveball to speed up the fastball, went 2 in a row. Didn't let the second one go by.
So little loud contact. Really 1 inning of explosion last night for the Sox. 4-run top of the 8th. Here's Massa. He pops it up. Back of home plate, the catcher McCann with the mask off. Drops it off his glove and off the netting. What a huge break for the Red Sox. He was on ice skates all the way, McCann. That's a play that has to be made, but the Red Sox will take it.
Just popped right out of the mitt. You have to take advantage of this. You have 2 outs, runner on second base, scoring position. You have to drive him in with mistakes like that being made.
Massa's got some like shiny silver and red spikes on. I told you he went down to Sedona, which is a land where all kinds of people go to like channel the mystical powers of red rocks. See if you can find them here. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Massa takes a fastball outside 2-0. He's hilarious. Yoshida is. I mean, his teammates love him. He is an ultimate tourist. I mean, he just goes everywhere. And he posted the other day from Sedona. Happy as could be. The Red Sox be happy with a hit right here. The 1-1. Swinging a pop-up foul on the third base side.
Well, if you think about it, if we were to go play in Japan, I'd want to check out the sites, see everything that's there to take in.
By the way, that's on my short list. I need to go over there. Overall, but I want to see ball games in Japan, too.
I've been a couple times.
1-2 to Massa. Eaton at second with 2 down. 3-0 Arizona. The pitch way outside. That's an easy take for Yoshida. It is 2-2. Sedona is a magical place. It is. I mean, you just these canyons of massive red rocks. People bring their own like pan flutes and violins. They're up in the hills playing music. 2-2 is swung on a line into center field. We should all go to Sedona. An RBI hit for the Macho Man. The Sox are on the board. It is 3-1.
That's the swing you're looking for. We saw it a couple times at Fenway Park recently. Seeing the ball deep, driving it toward the opposite field. I mean, that's 86-mile-an-hour changeup right there, fading off toward the black. He kept the hands and hit it right out of the catcher's mitt.
A very zen at bat there for Massa.
Is that where they filmed like the old westerns?
Maybe.
The old John Ford, John Wayne movies.
Howdy, partner. Here's Alex Bregman, who takes a fastball up and in for ball one. And listen to this ballpark. It's unbelievable. Fenway West. I mean, we got a full-on Let's Go Red Sox chant going for the New Mexico man. 1-0. At the belt, Pfaadt throws. Bregman swings and misses. That was a really good changeup in under his hands, and it's 1-1. I'm with you, Lenny. I think Bregman has shown signs he is about to go on an enormous run here.
He's been hitting the ball hard. Really not a lot to show for it. A lot of good takes as well, not expanding outside the zone.
I thought for much of this day he was going to go deep in this game. 1 on, 1 in. 1-1 pitch is a strike. Didn't have to be. That was a curveball. Bregman disagrees. But the home plate umpire tripped Gibson. It's 1-2.
They might have got it by a seam, if that.
Pitcher's pitch for sure. 1-2. Massa leads at first. Pfaadt at the belt. He throws. Bregman takes outside. He looks very comfortable to me. At the plate, it's 2-2. We get to the New England Chevy dealers question of the day at Sox booth. Talking about your level of concern around the Red Sox in the playoff chase. 2-2 to Bregman. Here's the pitch, and it is swung on and fouled. He got fooled there, but stays alive. A curveball out on his front foot, and he's hanging in.
We're talking about Red Sox fans here? Come on. We all know the answer to that. I don't care how many World Series. How many World Series have we won in the past? This century? We know the answer, how concerned they are at all times.
5-bell alarm. Bregman could assuage some of those concerns right here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 3-1 in this third inning. Here's the pitch. Bregman takes a ball very close. That was a sweeper. Great take. Maybe a take and a prayer, and it's 3-2.
Yeah, you can tell a lot about how he takes. He keeps the hands back. The head doesn't dart forward very much.
Moss will be off with a pitch. Here is the 3-2. Bregman swings and chops one to the shortstop, Perdomo. He's been busy. Crow hopping a throw to first, and the inning is over. However, Yoshida does get the Red Sox on the board. 3-1, bottom 3 next on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
I'm Scott Hansen, host of NFL Red Zone. Lowe's knows Sundays are for football. That's why we're here to help you get your next DIY project done, even when the clock isn't on your side. Whether that's a new Filtrete filter or Bosch and Cobalt power tools, Lowe's has everything you need to feel like the MVP of DIY. So get it done and earn your Sunday. Shop now, in-store and online. Lowe's, official partner of the NFL.
Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company. They're one of America's largest financial services companies. Like how I'm more than just Peyton Manning. I'm also motivating Manning. When I say insurance, you say financial services. Insurance.
Financial services.
Insurance.
Financial services.
Now, when I say nationwide, you say is both. Nationwide.
Is both.
Nationwide.
Is both.
For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Investment Services Corporation, member FINRA, Columbus, Ohio.
This is a 15-second test message. It's Saturday evening. Your closest location is Washington, D.C. You are using a desktop device. You have heard this message 6 or more times. End of message.
Once upon a dismal day, Bob's ice cream van looked gloomy and gray. Although he had big ambitions, his socials lacked creative vision.
That bad?
Maybe vamp it up a tad?
I have an idea.
Bob launched Canva and got into gear.
Create the video in the vampire theme and make it the funniest of me.
It went viral. Bob's business, a revival. Now, imagine what your dreams can become when you put imagination to work at Canva.com.
Hey, it's Lucas Giolito. This is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
Corbin Carroll leads it off. We're the Diamondbacks as we go to the bottom of the third inning. Lucas Giolito winds, he throws, and Carroll rips one foul on the first base side. Now to play. It's one of my favorite public address announcers here in Arizona because for the home team, it might as well be the bottom of the ninth inning of Game 7 of the World Series. Corbin Carroll is leading off, and he takes down and in. Whereas on the Red Sox side, it's like now batting Alex Bregman.
There's a lot of differences between Fenway Park and this park as far as what goes on at the field.
There's a roof, 1-1, which we would use sometimes. That one misses to Carroll, 2-1. The one thing they do here, which happens in about half of the big league stadiums, which for me is the wrong way to go, is they just scream at you from an hour before the game until the first pitch. 2-1 to Carroll, bends in low, and it is 3-1. Giolito not throwing enough strikes. But they got these people on microphones running through promos and deals and sales, and it's just a shouting match.
There's something going on constantly.
Not good. 3-1. High, ball 4. Well, Giolito just is not sharp tonight. He looked down at that landing area, which can be an issue for him at times. But again, to your point, Lenny, I mean, leadoff walks to Carroll, not the end of the world, although he does have 24 steals this year, and you know he's thinking about it right now.
Yeah, you definitely see a drop-off after Carroll. Blaze Alexander hitting 238. Ideally, you can try to get that double play, put the ball on the ground.
That's already the third walk. Here is a strike, fastball, bottom of the zone, really good pitch. The velocity's down for Giolito. I mean, it's that time of year. His stuff just is not what it has been. 0-1. At the belt, Lucas is ready. Pitch. Where'd that miss? Just outside with a slider. And it is 1-1. David Azer back at the flagship WEEI, and Walt Ellis, one of the great engineers in all of pro sports, is with us in the booth. And Walt is a legitimate war hero. 1-1 pitch is outside. He has a Purple Heart. He was flying a helicopter in Vietnam and took a round to the head. And as he was doing that, he saved other friends from other aircraft and flew himself and other mates to the hospital where they got great care. The 2-1 pitch is down and in. You know, I think really the greatest generation, which so many of them fought in World War II, we're losing so many World War II veterans day after day. I think we rightly venerate their service and all the things that they did to preserve freedom and democracy in the Western world. As time is called, I think Walt's generation and the people who were drafted and sent to Vietnam, just about the hardest assignment of all time, because it was a crazy war that obviously had many complications, and they came back to protests and all kinds of violence in this country. Tumultuous time. 3-1 is chopped foul off of Alexander. So anyway, Walt is here. He's a great producer, engineer, great friend of ours, and we thank him for his service and all of those who fought in that theater. I mean, just an amazing sacrifice, and allows us to be in a place like this doing something we love this much. So thank you, Walt, and all of those who fought and flew with him. Carroll goes again. 3-2 is skied into right center field. Saydon from center over to his left. Eaton will call him off and make the play that chases Carroll back to first base. So many deep counts here for Giolito, but he gets the out. There's one down. Before Del Castillo bats, we take 10 seconds for station ID in the Shaw's Head Start Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Carroll dancing around at first. He runs, pitch out. Narvaez is throw in time. They got him. Beautiful. Kind of a quick pitch from Giolito. Slide step down the mound. Pitch out. Great transfer from Narvaez, and they're 2 away.
You just don't see that very often these days. And you want to, oftentimes when you slide step like that, they shut it down. They start to run and they don't continue. But that was a little modified slide step where he lifted just enough to get him to keep going.
0-1. It was a strike to Del Castillo. Now a dribbler down the third base line. Bregman circles around, gloves, throws to first in time. Great stuff behind Giolito to really get out of a mess in the third inning. We go to the fourth. 3-1 D-backs lead. For the Red Sox, it'll be Duran, Story, and Lowe after this in the Shaws and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
I'm Scott Hansen, host of NFL Red Zone. Lowe's knows Sundays are for football. That's why we're here to help you get your next DIY project done, even when the clock isn't on your side. Whether that's a new Filtrete filter or Bosch and Cobalt power tools, Lowe's has everything you need to feel like the MVP of DIY. So get it done and earn your Sunday. Shop now, in-store and online. Lowe's, official partner of the NFL.
Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company. They're one of America's largest financial services companies. Like how I'm more than Saquon Barkley, the NFL's reigning leading rusher. I'm also the NFL's leading husher. Shh, hush up back there. Wow, I might have just set the hushing record. Well, almost. For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Investment Services Corporation, member FINRA, Columbus, Ohio.
This is a 15-second test message. It's Saturday evening. Your closest location is Washington, D.C. You are using a desktop device. You have heard this message 6 or more times. End of message.
Fitzy and Johnson.
Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
To the fourth we go. Feels like a pretty important half inning for the Red Sox offense to get it going. It'll be Trevor's Story after Jarren Duran and then Nathaniel Lowe against Brandon Pfaadt. Fourth inning brought to you by Cars for Kids. Easiest way to get rid of your old car. Donate today and your car can be picked up tomorrow. Donate now at carsforkids.com. This thing just feels like a powder keg in here. And you feel like if Duran can ignite a rally, Story gets something going, I think it's going to get wild in here.
Yeah, you're right. It's time to make an adjustment. Pfaadt already has 6 ground ball outs here in the top of the fourth inning. You got to make an adjustment. Sit back. He's continually throwing those curveballs to start out, going to the fastball late. Durano for his last 10. He pops it foul on the third base side. I mean, that was a hanger right there. I mean, that's a cut fastball in the middle of the plate. Duran has seen the average dip to 257. He needs to be a catalyst with life after Roman Anthony. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Up and in. And it's interesting, Lenny. Did he foul tip that pitch? He did, and it's 0-2. He was about the most dynamic leadoff hitter in the game last year, and it has not worked for him this season in that role. Maybe a little over anxious, whatever the case may be. He's not been the same hitter when he leads off, so Alex tonight leaves him in the 3 spot with Yoshida leading off.
Yeah, you want to see him start driving the baseball.
Particularly to left center. 0-2 is a pop foul. That was a better swing there. It stays 0-2.
You know, you listen to Duran talk about hitting. He has that step, the short step, and he has the leg kick as well. And I asked him what determines whether you want to do either one of them. And it's just feel.
Yeah. He's the ultimate tinkerer, the 0-2, way high. And look, it has worked for him, but I think, Lenny, it's so hard to be a consistent hitter when day by day you're just going on instinct. 1-2 to Duran. Here it is. Jarren swings and misses. I mean, he chased a bad one there. Way up and out of the zone. Pfaadt with his second strikeout. Then there's one away.
And I'm not a hitter, but when I think about pitching mechanics, you're thinking about consistency in your form and your mechanics. And if you do one thing one time and something the other time based on feel, it's going to make everything beyond that more inconsistent.
Well, and I mean, he just chased a pitch that was 2 feet above the zone. Here's Story, who takes down and in. Ball 1. Trevor's first time at a hard ground ball out to short. As we said, he adores this ballpark. Pitch, strike on the outside corner. Came here so many times with the Rockies.
You know, Trevor's the type of player after that error early on. He's the type of guy that wants to go out there and make up for it.
No doubt. 1-1 is outside. Good slider take. So in this ballpark, Trevor has played 47 games, 287 with a 6.01 slug with 13 homers. 2-1 is a strike. Probably shouldn't have been. I mean, that's a bad one right there. And Trevor, who very rarely says anything to umpires, said that was low, and guess what? It was.
Yeah, you know, you can get away with talking to the umpire as long as you're not disrespectful. Say, hey, I think that was low, and then cut it off right there. You start arguing, it's a different story.
See Jazz Chisholm. 2-2, one down, bases empty, 3-1 Arizona. Here's the pitch to Trevor. Swinging a line drive into right field. That's a base hit. It is an inside-out beauty for Story, and his success in the desert continues. A one-out hit in the fourth.
Got a fastball in the inner half right there. Was able to get the hands in. That was a Derek Jeter swing right there, just inside out.
I love that he did the little turbulent airplane celebration, muted, but this team needs to get back to that fun spirit. And what I tell you about Nathaniel Lowe here today, this is a guy who looks due to do major damage. He's the tying run in this fourth inning. Story stole a base last night, 26 of 26. He's chased back to the bag with a throw. I think you send him here, don't you, Lenny?
Yeah, you have to do something. You need some sort of ignition right here, especially with a guy like Lowe who can drive the baseball.
1 on, 1 out. 2-run deficit. Trevor leaning, not going the pitch. Swinging a foul. Man, that was a fastball up and out of the zone. Strike one.
You know, if Lowe hits that ball 20 feet to the right, that ball's off over the fence. Probably in the pool.
Rob Bradford was in that pool today.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, they did their pod. They just got their ankles in.
That's it.
Yeah. Now, we were in an awesome pool earlier today. 0-1 to Lowe, much bigger than the one here. They set up outside almost like a pitch out. Story not going, and it is a pitch out. Telegraphed there, and it's 1-1.
Well, if you're Trevor Story into the Red Sox and you see that, you're not going to run.
Ridiculous to do it that early. He and Jose David Flores have got such a chemistry over there at first. I think he's going to go right here. I do. 1-1, creeping away. Pfaadt sets. Not going the pitch. Swing and a miss. That was nasty. That was a cutter that is exactly the way he wanted to throw it, in under the hands of the lefty, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, that looked like a good pitch to swing, especially against a left-handed batter. Low went in, started right on the black, worked its way in about a baseball length and a half. Can't do much with that at all.
Lou Merloni's trying to change the mojo up. He's standing in the TV booth, as he's wont to do. 1-2, Trevor leading. Not going. The pitch is strike three called. Lowe just took one right there. That was wild. First of all, the sun came through the roof here, the windows, right at the time that pitch was thrown, and maybe distracted by Story, who started then stopped. That was center cut, and they're 2 away.
Yeah, I don't know if he was looking for something else. That was a pitch to drive.
Man. So now here's Romy, who bounced out to short his first time. 3-1 Arizona. Past 110 pitches, brought to you by 110 Grill. Romy, strike. It's amazing. Like right now, from the windows in left center field, sunlight is shining in the face of these hitters. And onto the back of Gonzalez, too. His navy blue helmet glinting. 0-1. Story not going. The pitch is outside. Curveball that missed, and it's 1-1. I'm stunned that Trevor is not taken off. Now, this is the kind of spot where Romy so often thinks about right field. Huge hole over there. Trevor leads.
He does such a great job driving the ball that direction.
Here's a ground ball the other way to third. Backhanded over there by Alexander. He throws to first and dropped over there. Story's going to head for third. Throw not in time. Head first slide. It'll be an infield hit for Romy. Locklear could not handle the one-hopping throw from Alexander. And the Red Sox have him at first and third with 2 down for Carlos Narvaez.
It's a great read by Trevor Story, going in hard to second base, making a turn. You don't want to just assume it's an out. He made a turn around second base and was ready in case that ball didn't get secured into the mitt.
So I think it'll be a hit and then an error on Alexander to allow Trevor to get over to third base. And again, the foot speed of Romy, a real factor, putting pressure on the defense.
Yeah, we don't often talk about how fast Romy Gonzalez is, what an athlete he is.
how they scored a single and an error. League leaders in Who's Circling the Drain, presented by Drains by James. Eastern Mass's leader in residential, commercial drain cleaning and pipelining. The D-backs, since the beginning of August, scored the third most runs in baseball. Almost 5.5 per game. They've got 3 tonight. And what a huge spot this is for Carlos Narvaez. Hard ground out his first time, but red hot at the plate. 2 down, 2 on. Hit a 2-run game. Here's the pitch to Carlos, and it's low. Fastball. It's ball 1. It's amazing. This is Fenway West.
You hear him chanting.
1-0 to Narvaez. Pitch. Up and in. Curveball had missed, and it's 2-0.
You have to take advantage right here. You can't let these scenarios start to pass you by. We've seen it a lot yesterday. They make an error. Ball pops out of the catcher's mitt. If you don't take advantage of those situations now, it's going to be too late.
2-0. Here it is. Narvaez takes a strike. I thought he might sit curveball right there and turn and burn. It was a curve in there, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, he was looking fastball 2-0. He's probably looking for a 4-seam spin right down the middle.
First and third, they lead. Story dancing down the third base line. The pitch. Swing and a miss. That was another off-speed pitch, a changeup. And so from 2-0 to 2-2.
Tell you what, he's locating extremely well with those secondary pitches. The fastball plays off of those, 93, 94. But he's got the curveball, he's got the cutter, and the changeup working.
2-2 to Narvaez. Romy leading at first. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Curveball in the dirt, and the Red Sox leave 2 aboard. In the fourth, more futility with runners in scoring position. 3-1 Arizona on the Shaw's and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Get your 2026 season memberships to see the New England Revolution and claim your seats in the heart of the action for all 17 games. Season members receive amazing benefits, including a player-signed Revolution scarf when you place a deposit today. For more details, head to revolutionsoccer.net. A simple deposit is all it takes. Start enjoying some of your 2026 season member benefits now. That's revolutionsoccer.net/tickets.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
Something big has been spotted in Rhode Island. The $5 Jaws instant ticket from the Rhode Island Lottery. You could win up to $50,000 instantly, or enter the Jaws second chance for cash prizes and Jaws merchandise. Enter at rilot.com or on the lottery's mobile app. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly. Jaws is copyrighted by Universal City Studios, LLC.
Take Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Lucas Giolito trailing 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Sort of a frustrating evening again for the Red Sox. Giolito will see McCann, Thomas, and Locklear in the Herb Chambers batting order. Brought to you by Herb Chambers, Lincoln of Norwood and Lincoln of Westboro. Giolito very smooth in the third. Red Sox did not cash in the misplay at third in their half of the fourth. And now Giolito about to uncork his 67th pitch, and it's ripped into right field for a hit. One hop in front of Nate Eaton. That's a real problem, Lenny. Not only the score, but 67 pitches thrown by Giolito. This is going to be a day where, once again, they got to get into the bullpen.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more economical. Last inning, he got helped out with a caught stealing and a 2-pitch ground out right after that. Needs to get that double play ball. He's been searching for it all day.
Remember, the Red Sox last night used Murphy, Slayton is left-handed hitting. Alec Thomas takes a pitch inside for ball 1. This feels like a day we may see Zach Kelly again, maybe Bernardino. Dustin May is going to pitch in the rotation Tuesday as Thomas swings and misses over the top of the changeup. It's 1-1. No word yet on when Tolley will pitch again. Wednesday is a possibility, but I think more likely, the Red Sox have given him so many extra days rest, we'll give him another day. 1-1. Pitch in there. Called a ball. Now, Crochet, Bayo, Giolito have been so great, but beyond that right now, the Red Sox have enormous questions. In the rotation, it puts even more pressure on them. The days that they start 2-1. Giolito throws. Ground ball on the right side. Romy to his left. His only chances to spin and throw to first. Nicely done. He gets the out at first. Really good range there on the play. McCann is up to second. What a nice job by Romy. 1 down.
Yeah, we just talked about his wheels and the athleticism, going to get this ball spinning around, making a nice firm throw to first base. He's been pretty solid at second base.
I'll bring up Tyler Locklear. Who has got thighs that are bigger than my waist. Painted on pants, right-handed slugger. The pitch is fouled off. I call him a slugger. He's got 3 homers in almost 100 at-bats. But, I mean, the dude looks the part. He could have made it much further up Camelback Mountain than I did.
My favorite part about that is the people coming down looking at us like we're crazy. Like, you guys
morons.
are just going up now? Really?
Almost like, good luck, you idiots. 0-1 to Locklear with a runner at second. 3-1 Arizona. The pitch ripped on the ground into left field. That's a base hit. They will hold McCann at third as Duran's throw cut off by Bregman. And really, this started at the very beginning for Giolito. Just a lot of mistakes in the middle of the plate.
Yeah, this is a pitch elevated. Looks like a changeup. It's right at waist high. You got to get that down on the zone. The breaking balls are, when they're down and the fastball plays up, that's when he's successful, and that's when he's getting those ground balls and not hard contact.
So here comes Jake McCarthy. The Phoenix Police and Fire Department, they've got a helicopter that is basically assigned only to rescue dummies like you and me off of Camelback Mountain.
Which is why we turned around relatively quick.
We were very smart today, other than leaving at 9:30 as McCarthy takes a pitch down and in for ball 1. But it's so true. As we went up, I mean, these locals have seen it a million times. And they saw our faces bedraggled going up the side of the mountain. Like, uh-oh. 1-0. Check swing. Did he go? No. So Giolito falling behind the 9-hole hitter. With runners at first and third, 2-0.
It's great for the ego when you see people 10, 15 years older than me running up and down the mountain.
Running up and down. And all of them looking at us like, are you serious right now? 2-0 the pitch. That's a strike on the outside corner. No tarantulas, no rattlesnakes. We saw some geckos. Lots of holes where maybe your furry friends would live.
Saw my life flash before my eyes a couple times. That's why we turned around.
They tell you when you get halfway through the water, turn around, and we did. 2-1. That's why I was drinking it so fast early on. Here's the pitch. Line drive into left field base hit. Run's going to come home. The bottom of the order gets Giolito. Ran over to his left. Throw to the infield, but it is 4-1 Arizona.
And we got behind 2-0. That at-bat ended up getting too much of the plate. He's trying to go up and in. That ball kind of leaks down and away. Missed his spot by about 10 inches. And we talk about what makes him successful at the top of the zone. If you can't get the fastball there, not going to be a long day.
It's amazing. For him, it's so simple. If he has fastball command, he's great. If he doesn't, it can go like this. I mean, these D-backs have been good, but this is a disappointing start. Here's Perdomo. This thing teetering in a major way. Fastball missed by a ton at 91 miles an hour, and it's 1-0.
Hey, early in the game, the secondary stuff just wasn't competing in or out of the zone. Everything was kind of 2-0, 2-1, non-competitive.
4-1 is a ground ball up the middle. Story gloves. He'll step on second for one. Throw to first in time. And a big-time double play to keep it right where it is.
He needed that for sure.
Big time. But 4-1 Arizona. A couple thoughts on what's happening with the Red Sox on the mound when we return to Arizona, the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Get your 2026 season memberships to see the New England Revolution and claim your seats in the heart of the action for all 17 games. Season members receive amazing benefits, including a player-signed Revolution scarf when you place a deposit today. For more details, head to revolutionsoccer.net. A simple deposit is all it takes. Start enjoying some of your 2026 season member benefits now. That's revolutionsoccer.net/tickets.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
Something big has been spotted in Rhode Island. The $5 Jaws instant ticket from the Rhode Island Lottery. You could win up to $50,000 instantly, or enter the Jaws second chance for cash prizes and Jaws merchandise. Enter at rilot.com or on the lottery's mobile app. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly. Jaws is copyrighted by Universal City Studios, LLC.
Getting on the network America relies on is easy when you come into your local Verizon store. Come check out their latest deals on phones, accessories, and so much more. From shopping to support and everything in between, it's your one-stop shop to get it all. And when you switch to Verizon, you choose what goes into your unlimited plan and save on what you need. There's never been a better time to switch to the network America relies on. Visit your local Verizon store to speak with a rep and save big today.
The Christian Arcan Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
4-1 Arizona. We go to the fifth inning. Cedar Rafaela, then Nate Eaton. Brandon Pfaadt, the right-hander, throws, and Cedar takes a pitch inside for ball one. He is almost always better, Cedar, when he looks at a few pitches to begin an at-bat. He does have the clutch gene, but looking to spark a rally right here. 1-0. The pitch is low. Good take. Change up, and it's 2-0. So the Red Sox, Crochet, Bayo, Giolito, Brian, I should say, is going to pitch tomorrow. Brandon Pfaadt is on the mound for the Snakes. As Cedar looked like he was going to take until he got a strike. Sees one there, and it's 2-1. It just puts an enormous burden on the staff when you got three guys, and then it's a coin flip. 2-1. Cedar fouls it off on the first base side. And I think, Lenny, look, the division very much still in play. The Blue Jays fell to the Yankees today, firmly in the wild card. But at some point, I mean, the stuff seems to be down for Giolito and Crochet. 2-2. Cedar takes a pitch in the dirt. And to me, the calculus starts to change. Instead of pushing as hard as you can to chase something, it might be about maintenance for these starters to get them ready for the postseason.
Yeah, they've been so good this season, but you're getting to the point in the season where they are starting to get tired. They're starting to look for days off when you can. 20 games left in the season. 14 of those are against clubs that are above 500. So you really have to be careful. Get yourself in a position where you're in the playoffs, you're there, and to do everything you possibly can to get them extended rest so they're ready when it happens.
3-2 pitch to Rafael is right on the outside corner and a strikeout. I mean, that was a dotted change-up by Pfaadt. So, Cedar, was ahead 2-0, is struck out, and here's Nate Eaton. 5 strikeouts. As Eaton takes a center-cut fastball. I mean, you can't have one more in the middle of the plate than that. This is something Alex Cora talked about. 6th inning on, the Red Sox lead the world in offensive production, the 0-1. Eaton takes another strike, but there's something early on. And not only, Lenny, are they not producing, they're not generally stressing starting pitchers and getting into the lower part of the bullpen. 0-2 is outside. Slider there to Eaton.
You want to see these starters, especially the three-headed monster, as they call them, to go out there and just give them a nice, steady 6 innings. Go out there, give your team a chance to win.
1-2. Eaton swings and misses. He chased an awful sweeper way outside. I mean, the Red Sox now 5 strikeouts in the last 7 hitters. And just like Rodriguez last night, they're letting Pfaadt settle into this game.
He did a good job going 0-2, went 1-2. When you're in those counts consistently, you can use the breaking ball to look like a strike, breaks off, and they're going to swing at it. It's called getting ahead with strikes, getting him out with balls.
Here's Yoshida, who has driven in the Red Sox only run. He takes a fastball inside for ball 1. Seems simple, but it is tried and true. Work ahead, it is much easier. 1-0. Yoshida grounds one up the middle, right at Perdomo. He's been a magnet today. Throws to first, inning over. Just nothing going for the Red Sox in Arizona. 4-1, bottom 5 next in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
So, I made the new Eggo protein waffles the other day for my kids, and they couldn't believe how good they tasted, or that they were packed with protein. They have the same great Eggo taste we all know and love, plus 20% of your daily protein. They seriously taste amazing. Whether it's part of your breakfast before school or a quick bite before practice, new Eggo protein waffles and pancakes are an easy way to keep everyone happy. Head to your local grocery store to fuel your morning with Eggo protein waffles and pancakes, available at retailers nationwide.
With comprehensive reports on local schools you won't find anywhere else, Homes.com is the only place to find the in-depth info home shoppers want. Very in-depth info. Curious about where a school ranks in the state? Look no further. Percentage of teachers in their first or second year? We've got it. Lowest student-teacher ratio? No problem. The best cafeteria lunch in the district for your 9-year-old food blogger? Would it surprise you if we said yes? Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Progressive knows you've got enough to worry about in life.
Hi, it's your life again. Feel like another year is just slipping away? Yeah, remember all those New Year's resolutions you made? You still haven't finished the first book. Just 19 more to go. I mean, if we're being honest, it wasn't a very realistic goal. Have you ever considered that you intentionally self-sabotage? So what's that about?
So let Progressive protect your home and auto, because you've got enough to worry about. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
More Boston sports opinion, more often. Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Lucas Giolito needs to continue in this game. Get some quick outs here, but it is the heart of the Diamondbacks order. Ketel Marte, Corbin Carroll, and then Blaze Alexander in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's already 4-1 Arizona. Pitch is a little blooper in a shallow center field. It hangs up. Cedon drifts over to his right. He's there to make the play. 1 down.
That's his 80th pitch. He's thrown 43 strikes.
Amazing how streaky this Red Sox team has been. Dropped 2 straight coming in after winning their previous 3. 7-1 road trip, but sort of a disappointing homestand with the Pirates and Guardians at Fenway. Corbin Carroll, left-handed hitter, takes a strike. Top of the zone. Code word of the game, Cutter Crawford 50. Make sure to enter your code word. Member portal today to claim your points. I mean, no Crawford, no Tanner Houck this year. Very little anyway. The 0-1 is popped up foul side of third. And, of course, the Red Sox with Fitz and Hunter Dobbins seeming like really good options. Traded away Quinn Priester early in the season. And even if they love the return, Quinn Priester's been awesome for the Milwaukee Brewers. The 0-2 is called a ball a little bit high. The curve. And right now the Red Sox in dire need of depth in the rotation. You don't need it necessarily in the playoffs, but you need it to get there. 1-2, hard ground ball foul outside of first.
Yeah, you just happen to rely on these 3 so much, you know. And it's obvious that they're getting a little bit taxed. They're a little bit tired. The stuff just isn't quite what it was earlier in the season. So any sort of off day or extended rest you can get them, you have to.
1-2. Carroll skies one high and deep in a right center field. This thing is pounded. It is back. Cedon leaps. Did he make the play? He did not. It's out of here, I think. And Cedon might have hurt himself. He caught it! Are you kidding me? Cedon went to his knees as as if to say it was gone. That's one of the great catches you'll ever see.
Oh my gosh, I've never seen a catch go that far over the wall.
That is spectacular. And he was actually celebrating the catch rather than bemoaning it. I mean, that is Spider-Man from Cedon.
I mean, let's face it, that's 31. That's number 31.
Wow.
You thought he almost hurt himself. He's going down.
I thought he was screaming at himself for not making the play. Giolito didn't know it. He just said, holy bleep, and I echo that.
You caught that?
Are you serious? Here is Alexander, right-hander, who takes a strike on the outside corner. Look, he's the best defensive center fielder in the game. He should win the Gold Glove, and maybe that's the kind of signature moment that'll get him across the finish line for that award. The 0-1 is a strike. Literally, Lenny, there are not many people on the face of planet Earth who make that play.
One of the best catches I have ever seen in my lifetime.
I mean, I thought he caught it real time, and then he came down and started screaming at himself as a pitch misses down and away, and it is 1-2. Whoa.
When you're battling on the mound and your defense, your center fielder goes out and pulls one back like that, I'll tell you what, that gives you a boost.
1-2 is way outside. I mean, really, you'd be hard-pressed to ever see a better catch than that. I mean, he ran 40 yards on a sprint, leapt up, perfectly timed it, and reached feet over the wall to rob it. 2-2 is a chopper to the left side. Bregman, a much easier play here. Throws to first in time. Hitting over Cedon. Are you serious? Wow. That was awesome. Maybe that'll give the Sox a spark. We go to the 6th inning, 4-1 Arizona on the Shaw's and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
Getting on the network America relies on is easy when you come into your local Verizon store. Come check out their latest deals on phones, accessories, and so much more. From shopping to support and everything in between, it's your one-stop shop to get it all. And when you switch to Verizon, you choose what goes into your unlimited plan and save on what you need. There's never been a better time to switch to the network America relies on. Visit your local Verizon store to speak with a rep and save big today.
So I made the new Eggo protein waffles the other day for my kids, and they couldn't believe how good they tasted, or that they were packed with protein. They have the same great Eggo taste we all know and love, plus 20% of your daily protein. They seriously taste amazing. Whether it's part of your breakfast before school or a quick bite before practice, new Eggo protein waffles and pancakes are an easy way to keep everyone happy. Head to your local grocery store to fuel your morning with Eggo protein waffles and pancakes, available at retailers nationwide.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaw's and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Well, to sort of abridge what Lucas Giolito just said coming off the mound, holy cow. I mean, Cedon Rafaela trying to spark this team with his glove. Here's Alex Bregman. Takes a strike on the outside corner. We're into the top of the 6th, 4-1 Arizona. I mean, that was so marvelous from Cedon. That's right there with Gary Matthews and Ken Griffey and any of the great catches you'll ever see. The pitch to Bregman, swinging a miss at a good slider. And it's quickly 0-2. And again, I mean, Cedon usually, if a guy goes and does that, they just go crazy. He went to his knees. I thought he was either injured or upset that he dropped the ball over the wall. The opposite. He was just going crazy.
He deked about 39,000 people for sure.
0-2. Bregman takes the fastball outside. I mean, Lenny, isn't that one of the great catches you've ever seen in person?
Yeah, unbelievable. You'll go a lifetime without seeing a catch like that.
It's not a short wall either.
No.
1-2 to Bregman.
I mean, his arm was completely outstretched over that wall. That was number 31 for him.
And off the bat, you thought, definitely out of here. Bregman fouled that one off, stays in 1-2. He's just an absolute freak in center field. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Pregame swings and chops one up the middle. Man, how many ground balls to short this weekend in Arizona? Perdomo throws to first. Bregman is gone. And for his third time he's gone today. That'll bring up Jarren Duran. Unreal.
8th ground out for Brandon Pfaadt today. Continues to keep this Red Sox offense just completely stymied. Everything's on the ground. Breaking balls, pitching backwards, fastball command. It's all there right now.
I mean, really, that is, I can't get over how good that catch was from Cedon. Duran takes a ball down and in ball. Well, now they need to parlay it into some offense. And it can happen. I mean, defense like that can ignite a team. 1-0 is cute. Foul off the end of the bat. I mean, Lenny, he should win the Gold Glove this year. He should win a lot of them. He is, I mean, he's Andrew Jones. He's Ken Griffey. He's the best of the best out there. Jarren broke his bat. I mean, who's made a better catch this year in baseball? The kid in Oaklamento has made some really great, dazzling plays over the wall. But, I mean, the ground covered, the timing, the jump over the wall, that was awesome. And really, I thought he hurt his left shoulder going over the wall.
There's so many different factors. A, getting there, knowing when to jump, getting the glove over the wall, keeping it in your glove, bringing it back.
And trying to not look at the people in the pool, too. 1-1 to Duran, who broke his bat. Story out on deck. Here it is. Jarren swings and rips one into right field. That's a base hit. That new bat's a winner. And maybe a spark for the Red Sox. A one-out hit for Duran. Boy, do they need him, Lenny.
Absolutely. Nice job keeping the hands back right there. 85 in the outer half. Got the barrel to it, drove it. That's the line drive swing to the gap that you want from Jarren Duran.
So now here is Trevor's story, a man who has loved this park. He ripped a hit into right field his last time. I think Duran is thinking about it. Over at first. Pfaadt at the belt. Jarren leads, not going. The pitch is outside. He must be quick to the plate, and they must respect Moreno's arm because they just have not tested him at all.
Yeah, he's working with a slide step, extremely quick. You know, typically pitchers are about 1.3 seconds, 1.4 seconds around there from first movement to the ball hits the glove. That gives the catcher enough time.
1-0 swing and a miss. Trevor was trying to make it a one-run game right there. That was a huge rip at a fastball. 92 miles an hour, and it's 1-1. Red Sox on EEI brought to you by your New England Ford dealers in the New England edition F-150. Sox trailing by 3, but a little infusion of juice with the catch from Rafaela. 1-1. Trevor pops it up. Just missed that one. And I don't know that anybody sees it. Perdomo was looking over to his right. In the end, he makes the play. Maybe he's trying to deke Duran there. Either way, he makes the grab, and they're 2 down.
Has anybody hit one of these rails up here? You know, a la the
no
the Trop?
Tampa. I don't think so. Those are extraordinarily high.
We've had a couple today. Look incredibly close.
All right, here's low. Boy, could the Red Sox use a bolt right here. Trailing by 3. Duran leading. Hands on his knees. Pitch. And Lowe is just totally out of sorts. I don't know what's going on right now. That was like a start and a stop, a check swing and a changeup, and it's 0-1. And remember last time, he was totally fooled by a fastball right there.
He's looking for something different. Brandon Pfaadt's doing a good job of not getting into any sort of pattern.
0-1 is looped into right field. That's a base hit. Duran is going to head to second. Easily over to third. It's bobbled. Duran's going to come to third and be held there. And it's a good thing because Carroll recovered in time. That's a broken bat blooper for Nathaniel Lowe. And the Red Sox will bring the tying run to the plate in Romy Gonzalez.
Yeah, got jammed right there, and that's okay. Ball hit his mitt out in right field. Kind of just fell off a few feet away from him. Really can't go too far. Good job by Duran not going home because that didn't go far enough for him to get there.
Well, and it won't be an error because Duran was going to get to third anyway. And Nathaniel Lowe, for whatever reason, just not seeing it out of Pfaadt's hands tonight, but that was a big-time swing. Just enough of it. They got the right-hander Woodruff up in the bullpen, the Diamondbacks. But what a big moment this is for just about the Red Sox hottest hitter, Romy Gonzalez.
See if he can do something right here, continue this rally. Got 2 strikes, got to be tough, or 2 outs, I'm sorry, excuse me. Got to be tough with 2 outs right here, continue this rally. Pfaadt has been outstanding so far, keeping them off balance.
Something happens to this Red Sox offense the 6th inning on. We'll see whether Romy can carry that forward. He singled on the infield and grounded to short. 1st and 3rd. 2 down. Pitch. Romy swings and misses. Really good curveball there. More at 3rd and 1st. Jaron over at the hot corner with Lowe leading at 1st.
You talking about the guy that hit a triple last night?
0-1. Romy takes outside, way outside. Sweeper, and it's 1-1. Gonzalez has been clutch in these spots. Tends to put together really quality at-bats in this kind of a situation. 1-1. They lead at 1st and 3rd. Pitch. Swinging a chopper toward 3rd. Foul and out of play. Romy 329 with runners in scoring position. And among the regulars on the club, that is by far the best average.
You know, last 7 games played, he has 6 multi-hit games, has 1 hit today already. Wants to continue that trend.
I love it. Will it into being. 1-2. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a foul. That has been the pattern. That sweeper in 2 strike counts. And Romy did a very nice job there to hang in.
Yeah, just keeping the barrel back just slightly, fouling it off, staying alive, trying to get back to that fastball. The problem is Pfaadt has just been so good at locating all of his pitches in any count.
1-2. Here it is. Romy takes strike 3. He knew it. I mean, looking for something else there, maybe the curveball, but that's a fastball over the heart of the plate that ends the inning. Red Sox leave 2 more aboard. More frustration with runners in scoring position. 4-1, bottom 6 next. Shaw's and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Getting on the network America relies on is easy when you come into your local Verizon store. Come check out their latest deals on phones, accessories, and so much more. From shopping to support and everything in between, it's your one-stop shop to get it all. And when you switch to Verizon, you choose what goes into your unlimited plan and save on what you need. There's never been a better time to switch to the network America relies on. Visit your local Verizon store to speak with a rep and save big today.
So I made the new Eggo protein waffles the other day for my kids, and they couldn't believe how good they tasted, or that they were packed with protein. They have the same great Eggo taste we all know and love, plus 20% of your daily protein. They seriously taste amazing. Whether it's part of your breakfast before school or a quick bite before practice, new Eggo protein waffles and pancakes are an easy way to keep everyone happy. Head to your local grocery store to fuel your morning with Eggo protein waffles and pancakes, available at retailers nationwide.
Progressive knows you've got enough to worry about in life.
Hi, it's your life again. Feel like another year is just slipping away. Yeah, remember all those New Year's resolutions you made? You still haven't finished the first book. Just 19 more to go. I mean, if we're being honest, it wasn't a very realistic goal. Have you ever considered that you intentionally self-sabotage? So what's that about?
So let Progressive protect your home and auto, because you've got enough to worry about. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just
speaking into the void?
But with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers, a network of 130 million of them, in fact. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills, and did I say job title? See how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Get started at linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
You're listening to live play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaw's and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Arizona leading the Red Sox 4-1. Lucas Giolito. It has been a struggle for him at times. Big pitches to get out of the 5th inning. And here in the 6th, you'll see Adrian Del Castillo from the left side. Pitch is ripped up the middle into center field, a base hit. So now, for the 4th time in 6 innings against Giolito, the leadoff man is aboard.
Yeah, hunting fastballs early. He got one right there. Gloves at the top of the zone. That leaks down right down the middle, 93. You know, throughout this game, the secondary stuff, the changeup, the slider has been inconsistent in the strike zone. So anytime they see a fastball, they're sitting there ready, waiting for it.
It's been a struggle for the Red Sox tonight, not for Yamamoto in Baltimore. He's got a no-hitter through 8 innings, and he's just taken the mound for the bottom of the 9th. Here is the right-handed hitting McCann, who takes strike on the outside corner from Giolito.
Yamamoto, 104 pitches after 8.
They will let him go.
As they should.
1-1. McCann 2 for 2. A couple hits and 2 runs scored. Royals are rolling along, trying to make up ground. In that wild card race, the Rangers losing to Houston, middle innings of that game in Arlington. 0-1 pitch in the dirt. Good stop there by Narvaez. That is now 93 pitches thrown by Giolito. The highlight of this one, a ridiculous catch by Cedar Rafaela, but not enough tonight. 4-1 Arizona. Leadoff man aboard in this 6th. Pitch. Hard grounder to third. Diving attempt, but through past Bregman and into the outfield. Duran plays it in the grass. A lot of that tonight. Loud contact against Giolito. And once again, the D-backs have 2 on with nobody out, and you'd have to think that Alek Thomas is going to bunt right here.
Yeah, you see Alex Cora gesturing out to Alex Bregman, putting the little bunt sign, be ready for it.
Yoshinobu Yamamoto in the bottom of the 9th inning, and Alex Cora's coming out here. Wow. He was not initially going to make that move, but now he is going to go to his bullpen, maybe thinking bunt, maybe just saying, you know what, that's enough for Giolito. 2 on, none out. 4-1 already Arizona. We'll keep you posted on what's going on in Baltimore after this quick break on the Shaw's and Star Market, WEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
For the 48th year in a row, Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks. The trucks that move mountains also move boats, bricks, and 2x4s. Work days and weekends, job sites and campsites. F-150 and Super Duty never stop working, just like you. Ford F-Series, official truck of your Boston Red Sox, and America's #1 selling trucks for 48 years straight. It's a record that may never be broken. Until next year. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2024 CY total sales.
Having health insurance is a must-have, and the Massachusetts Health Connector has a power-packed lineup in Connect-to-Care plans that delivers. At the top of the order, lower premiums make bumpy costs affordable. The middle of the lineup is packed with low copays and no deductibles, so you can save money on everything. From an urgent ER trip to managing chronic disease like diabetes and hypertension through no-cost prescriptions. Round out the order access to Connect-to-Care plans now at mahealthconnector.org, and you have a winning team with you and the Massachusetts Health Connector.
Justin Wilson coming in for Lucas Giolito. Giolito right now, 5 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. With Alek Thomas, the lefty, coming up. I'm assuming they're going to be looking to defend the bunt as well in this scenario.
Justin Wilson is on the Red Sox bullpen, as Lenny just told you. Yamamoto, by the way, 1 out from a no-hitter in Baltimore. His last hurdle is Jackson Holliday, who's just hit a ball off the wall with 2 outs in the 9th inning to end the no-hit bid. And it's actually a home run for Jackson Holliday. Wow. I mean, that is just so crushing for him. And kind of a signature moment for Holliday. Still 3-1 Dodgers. Thomas squares, bunts it down the third base line and foul. Wilson did what most pitchers try to do, a high and tight fastball. Thomas did not pull the bat back. He bunted it foul on the third base side. Diamondbacks trying to pad this lead.
Self-preservation bunt right there.
Yeah.
Try not to get hit.
2 on, none out. Low and Bregman crashing in at first and third. Wilson is ready. Throws. Thomas squares again and pops it foul on a bunt. Third base side. I mean, I think any baseball fan, Lenny, pulls for the no-hitter when it gets close. That is so tough for Yamamoto. And it's amazing, that's the 30th anniversary, one of the signature nights in the history of Camden Yards. This night, September 6, 1995, Cal Ripken made history. 0-2 with 2 on and none out. Pitch. Swung on and missed. He got him, did Wilson. That's a big first out. That night, 30 years ago, Cal Ripken played in his 2,131st consecutive game, breaking Lou Gehrig's consecutive games record.
I remember as a youngster watching him run around the field, giving fives to all the fans, taking his time. What an iconic player.
I was in the building that night.
Were you? No kidding.
Unbelievable. Here's Locklear. Tyler Locklear, right-handed hitter, has walked and singled and scored around the pitch. Fouled off on the first base side. Yeah, my mother, who was at the Beatles' first ever North American concert at the DC Armory, felt like it was important for her kids to be at big things. And that was such a seminal moment as baseball rebuilt after the strike. 0-1 to Locklear. Pitch. Fouled off. First base side. It's 0-2. So she saw a classified ad in the Washington Post. A tiny little blurb that talked about tickets for sale for that night, September 6th. She went to the local bank, pulled out cash, and drove into Maryland, into some parking facility, and handed over cash to a scalper for tickets. My dad thought she was totally insane. The pitch is in the dirt. Sure enough, the tickets were legit. And my brother and I, on September 6, 1995, sat in the left field stands as Cal Ripken broke the Iron Man's all-time record.
I can imagine those tickets were not cheap.
No. But worth every penny.
Absolutely.
It was awesome. He had a home run very near us that night into left field. 1-2. Pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. So Wilson with 2 on and none out has struck out a pair. 2 down. Cal told the story this week of how the streak almost ended a couple years prior when a brawl broke out, like a full-on legit fight, and he was trapped underneath the pile. And his knee got bent out of shape. But 2,131 games in a row that night. And really, for almost 16 seasons, Cal Ripken played every single night.
That's one of those that you have to imagine will never be broken.
No.
Never.
No, Andrew Bailey to the mound. You have to remember, too, the 94 strike-shortened season. And Cal's record-breaking, and McGuire and Sosa, the home run battle. I mean, in a lot of ways, those two things saved baseball. They got it back into the good graces with the fan base. I mean, with the tincture of time, we have a little different perspective on the McGuire-Sosa battle, but even still, it was everything that was great about baseball that Ripken did 30 years ago tonight.
Just an incredible feat, going out there playing every day.
I mean, you know, that big brick warehouse in right field in Baltimore, they had the numbers out there counting down how many games in a row he played. The President of the United States was there. I mean, it was just an enormous event. And a guy who became really kind of the face of the sport in that season and beyond. Here's Jordan Lawler to pinch hit. 2 on and 2 out. Wilson trying to keep it right here. The pitch is a strike. Bottom of the zone. Fastball. And it's 0-1.
Wilson coming into this game continues to just pound the strike zone, getting ahead.
Giolito responsible for the 2 runners aboard. 5 innings, 7 hits. Right now, 4 earned runs. The 0-1. Chop foul. And it's 0-2. This has been great stuff from Wilson so far.
He's going 0-2 every bat this inning.
Really, Thomas not being able to get the bunt down was the biggest out. And now it's 0-2 to Lawler. They lead at first and second. Wilson onto the third base side of the mound. Sets his black glove on his right hip and now right at the letters. 0-2 pitch in the dirt. And it's a ball and 2 strikes.
You know, when you get 0-2, that pitch is way down below the zone. When you go 0-2, the hitters typically swing at that pitch. We've seen it throughout this inning for him.
Mariners, who've been awful lately, they are rolling in Atlanta tonight. 9-2 they lead in the bottom of the 8th inning. 1-2 here. The pitch from Wilson. Here it is. Swinging a grounder foul. Outside of third. Shaw's and Star Market have lowered hundreds of prices on the items you buy most: boneless chicken, 2-liter Coke, avocados, snacks, and much more. Lower price tags aisle after aisle. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 6th overall pick 4 years ago. Lawler waits. Here's the 1-2. Swinging a foul. 97 in the heart of the plate. Wilson, who's not been used as much lately, has some real giddy up tonight.
And he's hitting his spots. He's in the strike zone, commanding, attacking the zone.
Bullpen report brought to you by Interlock Metal Roofing. Never re-roof again. Even the organ is louder here. 4-1 Arizona, 2 on. The 1-2 just outside. It's such a pro Red Sox crowd. It's amazing.
They wanted that one. That ball's about 3 balls outside.
That was a splitter, which he'll occasionally throw. 2 on, 2 out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here it is. Grounded foul outside of third. And Bogar, their third base coach, made a one-handed grab. Trying to keep it where it is. The Sox will have Narvaez, Cedon, and Eaton 2 up in the 8th inning against the Arizona bullpen. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. That was awesome. Splitter, and Wilson comes on with 2 on, none out, and strikes out the side. Time for the offense to get going. 4-1 Arizona after 6 on the Shaw's and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Progressive knows you've got enough to worry about in life.
Hi, it's your life again. Feel like another year is just slipping away? Yeah, remember all those New Year's resolutions you made? You still haven't finished the first book. Just 19 more to go. I mean, if we're being honest, it wasn't a very realistic goal. Have you ever considered that you intentionally self-sabotage? So what's that about?
So let Progressive protect your home and auto, because you've got enough to worry about. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar. The better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
Once upon a mundane morning, Barb's day got busy without warning. A realtor in need of an open house sign. No, 50 of them, and designed before 9.
My head hurts.
Any mighty tools to help with this plight?
Aha!
Barb made her move. She opened Canva and got in the groove.
Bulk creating Canva sheets. Create 50 signs fit for suburban streets.
Done in a click, all complete.
Sweet!
Now, imagine what your dreams can become when you put imagination to work at Canva.com.
Jones and Keefe.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaw's and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
As we go into the 7th inning, Brandon Pfaadt is done. The D-backs will go into their bullpen. They also leave Lawler in the game. He's at third base. Blaze Alexander goes from third base into left field. And the right-hander Jake Woodford is on to face Narvaez Rafaela and Nate Eaton. Frustration continues for the Red Sox at the plate. This copyrighted broadcast presented by Authority of the Red Sox may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Accounts and descriptions of the game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of EEI and the Red Sox. This is the part of the game the Red Sox found a little life, a little juice at the plate. 2 of the last 3 innings, they've had him at the corners and not scored. Here's Narvaez, who's 0 for 2, and he takes a strike on the outside corner.
Woodford's been a tough customer. His last 9 outings, he's an opponent average of 175.
Tired 19 of the last 25 hitters he's seen. Narvaez was grounded out and struck out. 4-1 Arizona. Here's the pitch. Carlos rips one foul on the first base side. You know, I just watched a replay of the Jackson Holiday homer that broke up the no-hitter for Yamamoto with 2 outs in the 9th inning. And especially after we saw the catch that Rafaela made here. It's interesting. I think it was Andy Pages out in right field. It just hit off the top shelf of the wall, and he didn't really jump after it. The 0-2 is way high. Now, it's not a guarantee. It's not an easy play, but I think if you just gave Yamamoto some truth serum, I mean, Pages just kind of stopped at the warning track. You'd like him to just sell out, even if you crash into the wall.
What would it hurt to go up there and try to bring it back?
1-2 is strike 3 called. Narvaez takes a fastball on the corner. Now the Red Sox tonight, they just swung and missed too much. That's their 8th strikeout. That was dotted up, and with 1 down, here is Spider-Man, Cedar Rafaela.
That was a great sinker right there. Started off the plate, brought it right back.
Cedar, who's grounded to the pitcher and struck out swinging. 4-1 Arizona. Pitch is low. Subaru New England scoreboard all-wheel drive away event is going on now. Get your authorized retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Dodgers still lead 3-1, but the Orioles have 2 on with 2 out in the bottom of the 9th inning. 1-0 to Cedar. Pitch. Swinging a chopper to third. Too many ground balls today for the Red Sox. Alexander's got it. He throws to first. In fact, that is Lawler, and they're 2 down.
Yeah, Brandon Pfaadt was 8-1 ground out to fly out ratio. Continuing with that trend, hitting the bottom of the barrel, putting the ball on the ground, weak contact.
You're not Nate Eaton. Giants had a crushing walk-off loss in St. Louis. They had a 2-1 lead in the 9th inning, but of course they've made so many deals to trade away relievers at the deadline, and Jordan Walker got them. Here's Eaton, who drives one high and deep into left center field. This is at the track in front of the wall. Wow, does that thing die as Carroll tracks it down in center field. That was unbelievable, actually, Alec Thomas. But in that part of the ballpark, I guess the ball just does not fly. Deep drive, but Sox down in order. 4-1. Arizona leads at the stretch in the desert. The Shaw's and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Get your 2026 season memberships to see the New England Revolution and claim your seats in the heart of the action for all 17 games. Season members receive amazing benefits, including a player-signed Revolution scarf when you place a deposit today. For more details, head to RevolutionSoccer.net. A simple deposit is all it takes. Start enjoying some of your 2026 season member benefits now. That's RevolutionSoccer.net/tickets.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
Don't forget to set your lineup.
All right, high-efficiency heat pump, check. Clean air filter, check. New Carrier smart thermostat, check.
Don't get sidelined by your HVAC system this season. Your local Carrier Comfort Advisor offers a full lineup of home comfort solutions and convenient financing options to suit your needs. Visit NoPayCarrier.com for local utility rebates and to find a comfort expert near you.
NoPayCarrier.com.
Something big has been spotted in Rhode Island. The $5 Jaws instant ticket from the Rhode Island Lottery. You could win up to $50,000 instantly, or enter the Jaws second chance for cash prizes and Jaws merchandise. Enter at RILot.com or on the lottery's mobile app. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly. Jaws is copyrighted by Universal City Studios, LLC.
This is Alex Cora. You are listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
As we go into the bottom of the 7th inning, Greg Weissert is on. 4-1 Arizona. Geraldo Perdomo is up, and Weissert misses outside. Fastball for ball 1. Red Sox with just 6 hits tonight, 1 run in. There's been a fight at the plate once again. Weissert delivers, and he misses down and in. Ball 2 to Perdomo. Weissert pitched right here last night, couple innings. Scoreless 4th. 2-0. That is down and in. Had to come on to relieve Payton Toi, who was so open and honest after his disaster last night. Said, look, everybody's going to fail. I'm going to build on it. I'm going to learn from it. 3-0 to Perdomo. Strike on the inside corner. And I love what Alex Cora said. He was happy it happened now. I mean, nothing's going to be perfect. Perdomo spun out of the way like that was going to hit him. I mean, it was over the heart of the plate.
I love Tolley's comments. I love Alex Cora's comments. I love Bregman's comments after saying, basically, listen, this kid's going to be fine.
I believe in him, he said. 3-1. That one was inside. And Perdomo, a leadoff walk.
It's a learning process. He's pitching in high A earlier in this season. You know, the scouting report said that the fastball plays, but the secondary stuff just isn't quite there yet. He's learning. He's figuring it out on the job at the big league level. That's not easy to do. We saw in his first outing, he looked outstanding.
It's Ketel Marte. Weissert throws. Marte takes a strike on the inside corner. It happens more and more now. Pitchers and position players. There's such a premium on young talent, frankly cheaper, more controllable, and a lot of these guys get up not fully developed. It's so hard to learn at this level. 0-1 from Weissert. Pitch way outside with a change.
And quite frankly, a lot of pitchers are being drafted on pure stuff. Throwing a fastball 95 to 100 miles an hour and getting to the big leagues, typically not ready because they're not pitching. There's a lot of throwers. I'm not saying Tolley is in that category.
1-1. Soft ground ball on the right side. Romy spins, throws to second for 1. That's all they'll get. Perdomo down there. Nice job by Romy. He's had a good night defensively. And there's one away. It's sort of why Tolley probably this season profiles as a relief option for the Red Sox. But I think they will take advantage of his next 2, 3, maybe 4 turns to polish him as a starter.
Yeah, I mean, the secondary stuff just wasn't quite there. He wasn't making the adjustment with the curveball. He's leaving it arm side up, wasn't finishing out in front. And the fastball dipped a little bit, you know, to 94 we saw. It was 98, 99 that first outing.
Here's Corbin Carroll, who's still muttering to himself about Cedon Rafael. He takes a changeup low for ball 1. A total robbery. He should have 31 homers. He does not. He's walked. He's 0 for 2. Marte leading at first. Pitch in there. Inside corner. What a job by Justin Wilson. I mean, the Red Sox offense has done nothing tonight. But, I mean, he came on 2-1, none out, and struck out the side.
Yeah, now that's pitching. That's pitching. We saw 97 from Justin Wilson. We also saw some great secondary stuff after getting the 2 strikes.
1-1. Double play depth on the pull side as Carroll fouls it back to the screen. And it is 1-2. Houston leads 6-0 in Texas. Home of the Rangers. That game at the top of the 9th inning. Seattle 10, Atlanta 2 in the top half of the 9th. Clemente leads the Angels 7-0 in the top of the 2nd. 1-2. Weissert's ready. Throws a high fly in a left center field, carrying pretty well. Duran back into his left. Cedon on the run, and again they miscommunicate. It falls between them. It's down for a double for Carroll. And the D-backs have him at second and third. That's the second time in 2 weeks that Duran just gave up on a ball Whether or not Cedon called him off or not, but Duran definitely had a chance to go make that play.
You know, we heard Duran after the last time basically say, I gave up on it because I figured Rafaela is going to be able to get to that every time. You got to talk. You got to communicate. Center fielder's in charge, but if Duran is yelling and screaming, I got it, or vice versa, one of them has to lay up. It starts with the communication.
He just peeled off. Infield in now with second and third. Here is Alexander Blaze, and he takes outside with a fastball. Now, that one was right between them. It was perfectly positioned. But again, I think if Duran goes all out, it's almost the curse of Rafaela's range.
Yeah, Duran was closer to that ball from the start.
They have to gamble with the infield in. 1-0. Here's the pitch. Slider misses inside. And it is 2-0. Well, not easy, but you figure right here, Weisert's got to find a way.
Yeah, you got to dig deep right here. Fill up that strike zone. You're 2-0 right now. You're behind the A ball, but you got to make a pitch.
2-0. Here it is. High drive into center field. Certainly deep enough to get at least one in. Cedon back onto the track. He makes the play. Tagging at third and scoring is Perdomo. And it's Marte who scores. And it's 5-1 Arizona. The drop fly ball really hurts.
Yeah, this offense is just capitalizing on mistakes where the Red Sox offense, quite frankly, just isn't. Errors or drop balls. We saw one from the catcher earlier, and they're just not cashing in.
That's going to be it for Weissert on the play. Carroll over to third. Alex Cora is going to go to his bullpen, and I think it's going to be Bernardino coming out. 5-1 Arizona. Shaky stuff in Arizona for the Red Sox. Bernie coming on after this on the Shaw's and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Whether you're headed to Fenway, the beach, the mountains, or just cruising around Boston, it's always better in a Ford SUV. Like Ford Explorer, our most popular model with seating for 7. And check out Ford Bronco and Bronco Sport, both equipped with GOAT modes to handle any kind of terrain you run into. Check out our whole family of award-winning SUVs at your New England Ford dealers. Proud partner of the Boston Red Sox.
1-877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
5-1 Arizona, and Bernardino is on to see Adrian Del Castillo. Is that a big night? 2 for 3. And the Sox very much in danger of losing this series. And now Bernardino with the old school stirrups is onto the mound. Rodriguez last night and Brandon Pfaadt tonight. The D-backs starters have just really neutralized the Red Sox hitters, and you just cannot escape it. This is not the same offense without Roman Anthony.
Just not a lot of hard contact whatsoever throughout this game. You know, he did a good job, Pfaadt, pitching backwards, throwing the breaking balls early in counts, commanding the fastball.
But again, this Diamondbacks offense has been hot. They've won 7 of 9. They score more than 5 a game in this month. Plus, strike on the outside corner to Moreno. The Red Sox have really kind of been stuck in neutral at the plate. In some ways, trying to rediscover their identity without their young phenom setting the table. 0-1. Slider foul on the third base side. It's a curveball always from Bernardino. That's 0-2. The Red Sox scored 11 runs 3 days ago. Finale against Cleveland. They lost 8-1. Game that went sideways in the very first inning. 5 runs last night, but so many of them late. They just have not applied pressure early. And Lenny, this young offense, which is not quite as young without Roman, without Marcelo, they do seem to ride waves of momentum. If they take leads early, they are so much more dangerous.
You'd like to see them jump ahead early rather than waiting to the 8th inning.
0-2, swung on and missed. Bernardino does a very nice job. Good curveball in the dirt. And the inning is over. Red Sox desperate to get something going. They'll have the leadoff man aboard, Yoshida, then Bregman and Duran. 5-1 Arizona. Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Get your 2026 season memberships to see the New England Revolution and claim your seats in the heart of the action for all 17 games. Season members receive amazing benefits, including a player-signed Revolution scarf when you place a deposit today. For more details, head to revolutionsoccer.net. A simple deposit is all it takes. Start enjoying some of your 2026 season member benefits now. That's revolutionsoccer.net/tickets.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
Don't forget to set your lineup.
All right, high efficiency heat pump, check. Clean air filter, check. New Carrier smart thermostat, check.
Don't get sidelined by your HVAC system this season. Your local Carrier Comfort Advisor offers a full lineup of home comfort solutions and convenient financing options to suit your needs. Visit NoPayCarrier.com for local utility rebates and to find a comfort expert near you.
NoPayCarrier.com.
Art, Fitzy, and Johnson.
Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Jalen Beeks is on to pitch for the Diamondbacks. A long and winding road for him. He's pitched in 54 games for Arizona. He'll see Masataka Yoshida, then Bregman and Duran in the Herb Chambers batting order. He misses inside with a fastball. Always very nice job commanding the zone, Jalen. Yoshida is grounded out twice and singled. He takes a strike on the heart of the plate. And, of course, Jalen in the summer of 2018 brought the Red Sox Nathan Eovaldi. So key in their World Series run. The 1-1 way outside. It was a cut fastball, and it's 2-1. He went like so many to Tampa and kind of rediscovered himself. 5 years with the Rays as a bulk man, often a starter. 2-1 to Yoshida pitch. That is outside.
Earned a win in relief on August 22nd. Made the start the next day.
Yeah,
you don't see that very often. Second time that's happened in this organization for Arizona.
Yeah. 3-1. Is a strike on the inside corner.
Didn't Bernie do that?
He did. Well, he got the last outs and then started the next one.
Yeah.
Sure.
If anybody can do it, it's Bernie.
Iron Man.
The rubber arm.
3-2. Yoshida grounds it on the left side. Perdomo gloves. Throws to first in time. I mean, for the Red Sox tonight, that's their 6th ground ball out to short. And with one down, here's Bregman.
It's a ton of worm killers today.
It's looking like tomorrow is shaping up to be yet another one of these critical series finales, sort of like in Philadelphia, in Chicago, where the Red Sox hoping desperately to salvage a series finale. Here's Bregman. Takes a fastball high and outside for ball 1. Beeks came up with the Red Sox, of course. Made his debut with them back in 2018. It did not go great for him. 9 runs over 2 outings, the 1-0. Bregman takes high with a fastball. Then he went to the Rays, Tommy John, in 2021. He was in some sort of off-field controversy with some of his teammates refusing to wear certain jerseys and appear on certain nights. Here's Bregman, who drives one high and deep into left field onto the warning track, and it is caught, I think, out in left. Did he take it away? He did. Wow. Alexander says, Cedar Rafael, I got you right back. Home run robbery, and they're 2 away.
2 in 1 game. You just don't see that. And he had a little celebration of his own. He went out, pulled it back, and then played to the crowd. Like, yeah, I want some love right here. Let's go. He's waving to the crowd. Get loud.
Well, both those guys, Cedar and Blaze, took a little while, too. That's amazing. 2 in 1 game. Still a really good swing by Bregman. 2 down. Here's Duran. Beeks couldn't believe it. Now Jaron, who is 1 for 3, ripped a base hit his last time, drives one up the middle into center field. That's a base hit. Now, how huge is that catch in left field by Alexander? I mean, it wasn't quite as good as Cedon's, but still, I mean, he went way up over the wall and took a home run away.
Absolutely. I mean, this Red Sox club is looking for some sort of ignition. That could have been it right there. Duran goes out and get a base hit using the center part of the field. I mean, squashing that right there, making that catch.
Well, and here's a great matchup for Trevor Story. Trying to make it a much more interesting game. 1 on, 2 out. Pitch. Swinging a chopper foul off the end of the bat. Look, I know that everybody changes batting gloves when they get on base. To me, it's becoming a problem in the game. These guys take them off, and as they lead, the first pitch, which is so often the one to go on, they're busy fussing with their gloves, and they don't go because they're just worried about that. Not that Duran necessarily would have gone there. In fact, he wouldn't. The 0-1. Swinging a drive high and deep into left center field. At the warning track, at the wall, and it dies. Alec Thomas is there to make the play in the deepest part of the yard. Are you kidding? That's twice tonight and twice in this inning. Red Sox thought they had 1 or more on the board. Beeks better go say a rosary in the clubhouse. 5-1 Diamondbacks, bottom 8 next on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Get your 2026 season memberships to see the New England Revolution and claim your seats in the heart of the action for all 17 games. Season members receive amazing benefits, including a player-signed Revolution scarf when you place a deposit today. For more details, head to revolutionsoccer.net. A simple deposit is all it takes. Start enjoying some of your 2026 season member benefits now. That's revolutionsoccer.net/tickets.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
Don't forget to set your lineup.
All right, high-efficiency heat pump, check. Clean air filter, check. New Carrier smart thermostat, check.
Don't get sidelined by your HVAC system this season. Your local Carrier Comfort Advisor offers a full lineup of home comfort solutions and convenient financing options to suit your needs. Visit NoPayCarrier.com for local utility rebates and to find a comfort expert near you.
NoPayCarrier.com.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
What a wild night. 2 home run robberies, some frustration for the Red Sox. Arizona leads 5-1 as we go into the bottom of the 8th inning. James McCann to lead it off against Bernie, who got the last out of the 7th. First pitch strike. Outside corner with a fastball, 0-1.
I'd like to see Bernie continue to pound the strike zone. Last inning strikeout on 3 pitches.
Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan post-game show. Bernie misses outside. Don't let summer slip away. Hurry into the Nissan end of summer sales event to get your new ride. Visit your local store at nissanusa.com today. 1-1 pitch. Little outside. I mean, Alex Cora talked about it before the game. They do such a good job, the Red Sox, in the bullpen. against relievers, but they need to get into the pen earlier as an offense. 2-1 big swing at a foul. Into the press box, the writers over there. Somebody tried to make a two-hand bare hand grab, could not. See, that's the Arizona contingent. The Red Sox writers, Ian Brown, I don't know about Chris Cotillo, but Ian would have made that play. 2-2. Pitch is skied behind first base, foul. Long run for Lowe, and Nathaniel makes a great basket catch with his back to the plate. Beautifully done, and there's one away.
Tell you what, he made that look extremely easy. Sprinting to where he thought that ball was going to land.
Calm, wasn't he?
Always, isn't he? He's just a slow heartbeat guy.
Think about that top of the 8th inning. I mean, Bregman robbed of a homer, then Story drives one to the deepest part of the park. I mean, that could have easily been a 3-run inning. Easily. Instead, 5-1 still. One out. Here is Thomas. Alec, the left-handed hitter, fouls one. Play down the left field line.
I feel like the Diamondbacks are going to have to replace some of the turf in the infield with the number of ground balls the Red Sox were hitting today.
23 ballparks. The ball that Story just hit is out. 23.
Not the one that counts.
No. 0-1 pitch. High and tight. Including Fenway Park. Not out at Yankee Stadium, Coors Field, which is complete garbage because given the elements, it would have been out. They never kind of account for the altitude and carry. The 1-1 is way in, but given the dimensions is what they're saying. Not out in Kansas City, Detroit. This says it's not a homer at Steinbrenner Field, which is a complete joke. I mean, yes, it is. In that bandbox in Tampa, come on.
If it's not out of Yankee Stadium, with the same dimensions, right?
2-1 is a liner up the middle into center field base hit for Alec Thomas. My point, though, is on a hot summer night in Tampa, you think that's not getting out?
It's getting out. Again, the elements, right?
Yeah. Not out in Pittsburgh or here.
Pittsburgh? Okay.
Yeah. That I believe. Here comes Tyler Locklear. Red Sox staring down the barrel at a series loss here. It's 5-1 Arizona. It's crazy that in 15 hours, full slate of NFL games will be underway. Patriots with the Las Vegas Raiders in week 1 as a pitch to Locklear from Bernardino misses down and in. We've had 2 in the books. Eagles beat the Cowboys. That preposterous spitting incident to begin the game. And then last night, Justin Herbert and the Chargers beat the Chiefs.
The spitting. What are we doing?
Come on. 1-0. Pop foul. He loses the bat. Swing. Clanks off the dugout. It's 1-1. I mean, think about it. All offseason, 7 months, you prepare. You work out. You scheme. Before the first snap of the game, you spit on the quarterback and are ejected.
Because he spit in his direction prior to that?
I guess.
I mean, come on.
Were it not for some CeeDee Lamb drops, Cowboys could have won that game. So much anticipation. Mike Vrabel back in New England. Drake May, year 2. A big loss. No Christian Gonzalez tomorrow for the Pats. 1-1. That is a little bit low. I'm excited to see Travion Henderson.
We had Pop Douglas in the booth. You were on vacation. We had him in the booth with us, talking a little bit. Pat, everything Pats.
What'd Pop say?
Well, he said that he used to play baseball until he got hit. He got drilled. He's like, that's it. And we were thinking, we're like, you stopped playing baseball because you got hit, but you're a football player.
2-1 is a swing and a foul. Yeah, those collisions a little bit more violent.
I told him I stopped playing football for the same reason, because I got hit.
So soft.
And it was flag football.
Yeah. Bug bite, I'm out.
See ya.
I would have been too. 2-2, swinging a foul on the third base side. Sun's out, guns out, the Lenny Dinardo rule. We were up Camelback. No shirts allowed.
Got my bronze on.
I got more than that, unfortunately.
Face looks like an old catcher's mitt right now.
I need to bring the SPF 50 when we leave the hotel tomorrow.
I need to stay inside.
Runner goes. They got him picked off. Throw to first. Low to second in time. Story tags out Thomas. Nice job there by Bernardino to get the second out of the 8th. Torey Lovullo wants to be sure. He'll consult the video room. I thought he was definitely out. Pretty good speed there by Story. He was way over into the hole from short. Lowe took his time because Story wasn't over there, but he's definitely out.
Yeah, did a good job, Lowe, getting inside, creating a lane to be able to make a nice firm throw to Story right there. Oftentimes your first baseman will try to throw over the head of the runner, but you got to get that lane.
Particularly with a right-handed thrower. Not easy. 2-2. 2 down, base is empty. Pitch. That is strike 3 call. Beauty from Bernardino on the corner, and the inning is over. But the Red Sox need 4 to keep this game going. Ninth inning is next. Lowe, Gonzalez, and Narvaez due up on the Shaws and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Get your 2026 season memberships to see the New England Revolution and claim your seats in the heart of the action for all 17 games. Season members receive amazing benefits, including a player-signed Revolution scarf when you place a deposit today. For more details, head to revolutionsoccer.net. A simple deposit is all it takes. Start enjoying some of your 2026 season member benefits now. That's revolutionsoccer.net/tickets.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
Don't forget to set your lineup.
All right, high efficiency heat pump, check. Clean air filter, check. New Carrier smart thermostat, check.
Don't get sidelined by your HVAC system this season. Your local Carrier Comfort Advisor offers a full lineup of home comfort solutions and convenient financing options to suit your needs. Visit NoPayCarrier.com for local utility rebates and to find a comfort expert near you.
NoPayCarrier.com.
The Christian Arcan Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
As we go to the ninth inning, Torey Lovullo and the Diamondbacks go to their right-handed hurler, John Curtis. Been very good for the last 5 weeks. Not a save situation, 5-1 Arizona. This guy, 22 appearances, a 3.54 ERA.
Yeah, since August 1st, he's posted a 2.08 ERA with an opponent average of 140.
Nathaniel Lowe trying to get something going. 1 for 3 tonight here. He takes a fastball. Called a strike, probably shouldn't have been, and really hasn't been all night, but it's 0-1. D-backs got 3 into second from the bottom of the order against Giolito as Lowe. Takes a very similar pitch, but this time called a ball, 1-1.
Yeah, if he's calling that strike up above the zone, I'm going back there too.
Sox had first and third in the fourth, didn't score. Same deal in the sixth. 1-1. High pop up. Straight back behind the plate. The catcher, Moreno, has no idea where it is, and it is into the seats, foul. And it is 1-2. That's not Moreno, I don't think. Yes, it is not. That's McCann, of course. He's been there all night. Beg your pardon. And is still dazzled by Cedon's crowd. 1-2 to Lowe. 5-1 Arizona. Pitch. Nathaniel chops it foul. First base side. Get up to $20 off groceries with every flu vaccination at Shaw's or Star Market pharmacies. Stay protected and save because your health matters to us. 1-2 to Lowe. Pitch. Soft ground ball on the right side. Second baseman Marte's got it. Throw to first, 1 away. Brian Bayo's on the mound tomorrow. They need him to play stopper. It's just been a very quiet offensive couple of days here in the desert.
Yeah, this pitching staff of the Arizona Diamondbacks continues to get the ball on the ground, using the defense effectively. Not a lot of hard contact whatsoever.
They're about to be back above 500. Sellers at the deadline. Here's Romy. Way outside. They need a miracle to get in. Now, the Giants, who were ahead of them, trying to track down the Padres in the wild card race. San Francisco had a crippling loss tonight. Romy swings and misses. But, I mean, we're at the point now where the Diamondbacks need to go something like 17-3 down the stretch. 1-1 is swung on and missed. Fastball.
I'll tell you, they're playing like they can do it.
Yes.
Right? They're not cashing in.
Traded away Merrill Kelly and Naylor and others. A ball, 2 strikes. Romy takes a ball. The Diamondbacks have not been above 500 forever. Trying to look back at their ledger to see. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Good cut fastball. The Red Sox are down to their last out.
Yeah, continues to hit the spots. That's a 91-mile-an-hour slider. A lot of depth, a lot of glove side movement right there.
June 16th, the Diamondbacks were 36-35. That the last time a game above 500, but they are 1 out away from doing it again. Here's Narvaez, who drives one high and deep into center field. Back into his left is Thomas. He's there to make the play, and the ball game is over. The Red Sox have dropped the first 2 in Arizona. They have lost this series. They've dropped 3 straight. And the Red Sox fall tonight 5-1 in Arizona. Nissan postgame show next on the Shaw's and Star Market, WEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
Something big has been spotted in Rhode Island. The $5 Jaws instant ticket from the Rhode Island Lottery. You could win up to $50,000 instantly, or enter the Jaws second chance for cash prizes and Jaws merchandise. Enter at rilot.com or on the lottery's mobile app. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly. Jaws is copyrighted by Universal City Studios, LLC.
Get your 2026 season memberships to see the New England Revolution and claim your seats in the heart of the action for all 17 games. Season members receive amazing benefits, including a player-signed Revolution scarf when you place a deposit today. For more details, head to revolutionsoccer.net. A simple deposit is all it takes. Start enjoying some of your 2026 season member benefits now. That's revolutionsoccer.net/tickets.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the crypto